listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Break it down to the floor. Make it bounce, make it jiggle. What you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Break it down, move around. What you sitting on? You know that you're gon' break it down to the floor. Make it bounce, make it jiggle. What you sitting on? That ass make a brother need crash. And sure, if the booty get any bigger, you gon' need ass.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Mamba.
What up, dog? What it is, partner?
That's weird.
Should I continue to talk like that?
No.
I'm trying to reach out to our urban audience, our more ethnic
We
crowd.
we are the urban audience.
Yeah, so I'm trying to appeal to you guys. What it do, blood?
Pretty sure that's not the way people talk.
Gang.
Are you trying to appeal to the urban community, like down in Alabama or something?
I don't know. I just because I was looking at your Facebook posts, and apparently Tekashi 6ix9ine is coming to
Yes, he is.
Chicago.
November
That
23rd.
that pedophile.
That pedophile, and I was like, this is what kids are listening to nowadays. This is what kids and Tony are listening to nowadays. So I'm gonna try to appeal to them. Maybe get more podcast listeners. So, what up, Gru?
I mean, I'm only going so I can promote the podcast.
How old are you? 14? Oh, 18? That's what's up.
It's exactly what Tekashi 6ix9ine sounds like, Mamba. I think you're spot on.
That's what I imagine he sounds like. Is that a good representation?
That is a terrible representation.
What does he sound like, Tony?
Not like that.
Can you?
I cannot. No,
Can you impersonate him?
I cannot impersonate him.
Well, since you can't impersonate him, I think Mamba's is spot on.
All right, you know what?
Yeah,
Mamba is
that's
probably
what's up.
Mamba probably does the best impersonation in this room. Yes.
Yes. That's what I like to hear now.
Oh,
So, Junkyard, how is our episode doing? Have we got any responses?
terrible, and everybody hates it.
But I feel like that
No, I'm
was.
just kidding.
As expected.
I feel like that was the best episode we ever done. Now I just feel like everything we do fails into comparison to that.
That's right, because our next guest, we already have him lined up, her lined up,
Who,
by the name
we don't.
of Nicole Arbor.
We do not have
Oh,
her.
who is Nicole Arbor?
Nicole Arbor is a YouTube sensation, right? Can we call her that?
Yeah.
I hate that word.
What do you what do you want to call it?
Just because there's like,
Is that like in line with like Instagram models?
yeah, Instagram model. Maybe it's jealousy, because I'll see somebody's Instagram page, and in the bio it says YouTube personality or some shit like that, and I'm like, they're probably very rich from making subpar quality videos.
Except hers aren't subpar.
It was okay.
Hers are very par.
Hers are above par.
Now
What's the opposite of sub?
submerged?
Like sub. Wait,
no.
what is above? Like what's the other another word that's like similar to sub but above?
I don't think there is one. It's just without sub.
It is without subpar.
Because subterranean is like below.
Right. So what's above?
Terranean.
It's. Wait, but that so does it help?
It does. Because
We should
subterranean is under.
We
right?
should create a word right now.
Subterranean is under.
Under, so terranean is
It's
the
No,
middle.
terranean is the middle. So what's above terranean?
Above terranean, which
Yeah.
you just said.
So she is above par.
Not even above, just above terranean.
Just above.
Yeah, instead of sub,
Above?
above terranean. Mm-hmm. Above
So
sea.
she's above
She
par.
keeps it real.
Instead of sub-zero, above zero.
So Tony, tell our listeners what happened with Nicole Arbor today.
Was it yesterday?
Well, no, she was today. She
I think she responded today. I made some post that
you
she
re-
basically.
you f-
well,
you-
You shared a video.
I shared a post. It wasn't a video. It was just a post that
Oh.
she put up. It was.
It had words, Mamba.
It's probably why you didn't see it.
I glanced,
Get me
Get
off
off you,
you!
bro.
I glanced over and I was like, yes, I recognize some of these.
I recognize some of those letters. That's English. And you just kept it moving, kept scrolling. It was a post about how women. It was like kind of pointing out how women are like, oh, you need to respect us and yada yada. Yet they're like posting half naked pictures on Instagram and their Facebook, and she's basically saying that the way you represent yourself is going to be indicative of how people will treat you, and that's just like a fact of life, even though people may not agree with it. You know, a lot of people say like you should always, don't judge a book by its cover type of thing. And just because a woman is dressed provocatively doesn't mean that she's out looking for it, which is true. But given the societal climate, when you see a woman that's dressed like that, more often than not, guys are gonna have that assumption, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, she basically said, if you're dressed a certain way, don't act surprised when you get a certain response.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right, but that's just what's gonna happen.
You were more sharing it just for the lulz, right?
I was sharing it because I am a white knight. I am a firm believer in her message.
Uh-huh.
So
Has nothing to do with her being sexy.
it has nothing to do with her being super attractive.
She's okay.
And a great
No, she's
thumbnail
sexy.
with a great picture of her. Anyway,
I'm not a fan of blondes.
I love blondes.
so
She's right up my alley.
Yep,
And I'd like to be right up her alley.
agreed.
Your wife is right upstairs.
I'd like to be right up her alley.
Oh, that's she doesn't understand.
Which takes us to the other video that you both.
Which leads to another video that I posted, which is great. We'll talk about that one after.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, one of my friends, Susie Q, she commented, and she was basically disagreeing with it, saying that she's just pretty much like an attention whore, and that's more or less why people do things like that. So Nicole Arbor actually responded to that. I
Which
was like,
no
"Ooh."
other person that I've ever shared anything about with.
Which I'm surprised because she has like over 600,000 Facebook just followers. She has like, I don't know, how many YouTube?
Fuck, I don't know. Should I look it up?
She probably has a lot.
She probably has a lot. Put it this way. Like, she has no business.
Definitely.
She got no business replying to something that I posted.
Yeah. Like, she really had to go out of her way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she gets drowned in notifications.
And she,
But
like...
for her to see Tony Divine, and like, let me see what this chap is up to.
What if she just saw that you shared it, and she was like, oh, he looks like a handsome bloke?
You know what? Then that is probably
And she clicked... She
probably
saw
did
your
think that.
thumbnail, she
It
clicked
had
on
to
it.
be. Because my
431,000
That's a good amount.
subscribers on YouTube.
Actually, that's a really good amount.
431,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that's just YouTube.
Well,
She
her
also-
last video had over 1 million views.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so she's
How
getting...
many Twitter followers does she have? I know she has like over 600,000 Facebook followers, so she's.
What does it say? Canadian comedian?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
She's got 1,400 followers. Oh no, 75,000.
75.
75,000.
She has a
followers on Twitter.
decent follow. I'm sure
Yeah.
her mentions are blowing up, and she's getting thousands of notifications a day.
Yeah.
So for her to like respond to yours
Yeah.
and just like go through that means she read the comments
Yep.
of
Mm-hmm.
your.
That's what she looks like, guys. For those watching the YouTube,
She is actually great. She is hilarious.
and very sexy.
I mean, that's beside the point.
I don't think she would mind me calling her sexy.
She wants you to treat her the way she wants to be treated. She wants to be respected. So
Well, I respect her. I respect the fuck out of her.
you said that with an undertone.
Yeah. It's like I'm having a hard time believing that was genuine.
The way you
Nope.
said that, didn't appreciate it. There was like a hidden context.
Nope.
There.
No hidden context.
That's what I felt too.
I respect her very much, and I will continue to respect her. And if she gives me the opportunity, I will respect her all night long.
Just
I
see.
feel like there was a double meaning.
Yeah, I have
I have a sneaking suspicion.
sneaky.
Well, you guys can keep thinking whatever you want to think. I can neither confirm nor deny your suspicions.
Okay. But when you like I said, when I saw that and how our friend called her attention whore, and I'm sure there's other people who don't like what she says. I was just thinking about it. Like, there's so many movements now and everything, and like, there's ways people are supposed to think a certain way now. But if somebody of that group, so like women, like with the whole Me Too movement and everything like that, they're supposed to like feel a certain way. And if somebody doesn't, they're kind of like attacked. Does that mean?
But isn't that with everything?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like vegans. If you don't like, or you're not a vegan, or you don't believe what they believe, they'll attack you. Liberals, if you're a conservative, if you don't believe
I was thinking that
liberal
because
views, that's with everything.
I used to
That's
be a huge fan of Kanye West. He's kind of crazy now. He's off his fucking rocker.
Yeah,
He's a weird guy.
I don't know what the fuck he's on right
He's
now.
moving back to Chicago. He's gonna make Chicago great again.
Oh,
I
God.
I went on his because he's all up on Instagram now, and he started posting videos, and I recognized where he was. He was by the United Center on Oakley and Lake Street, right under the train tracks. And I commented on him like, "Hey, stay right there. I'm on my way." He didn't respond.
You don't think he stayed?
No, probably. Maybe. I don't know.
He's like, "Where's this guy at?"
Yeah, where's he?
What if he's still waiting for you?
You coming?
You coming, dog?
Where you at, bro?
But I was just thinking, like, so he did at Saturday Night Live over the weekend. And he was wearing a MAGA hat, and apparently he's a hardcore trumpeter.
Yeah.
But when he does stuff like that, people call him like a cornball brother or
Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom.
I like Snoop Dogg's comment on his MAGA hat on Instagram.
Oh,
he's like, "Why don't you make your music great again?"
Yeah. But just because somebody thinks a different way, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But he is kind of crazy. Aside from his MAGA.
Aside from that,
And the funniest meme I saw was the George Bush one, when like it's a picture of George Bush saying Kanye West does not care about black people. I was like,
yeah,
we've gone full circle.
that is
Hilarious.
because you know who does care about black people now? George Bush. Have you seen the way he looks at Michelle Obama?
He loves him some Michelle Obama.
He looks like he's about to risk it all.
Yep.
He respects Michelle Obama so much, just the way I respect
You know,
Nicole Arbor.
who, do you think George Bush respects Michelle Obama more
Then Barack?
than Junkyard respects Nicole Arbor?
No.
No. Well, no. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because there's pictures. I think they were at. Who's the singer that just died recently? Aretha Franklin.
Oh, that's when Bill Clinton was respecting Ariana Grande.
He was respecting Ariana
like
a little
respecting the
too
shit out of her.
hard.
I've never seen someone so happy at a funeral. That motherfucker was just smiling.
Yeah, the mood that he had is not the mood one would usually have at a funeral. But then wasn't there pictures of George Bush like sneaking Michelle Obama candy? He's like, keep it on the low.
Those weren't candies. Those were Quaaludes.
I mean,
No.
I mean, that funeral looked like a free for all. Like, we had that pastor that was groping the side boob.
Yeah.
He was just like copping some feels.
I respect Ariana Grande, but not as much as I do Nicole Arbor.
Nah, Nicole Arbor for me.
Yep, me too.
I guess if I had to pick one of them, I'd probably pick begrudgingly Ariana Grande.
Why?
Well, like I said,
Like if you were forced. like, you
obviously
had to.
Nicole Arbor is a very attractive woman. She's blonde. Blondes don't do it for me. Not that I have anything against them. I'll look at them like, oh, she's cute. But
Yeah, everyone has their preference.
Just like Tommy Lahren.
Tony has feet for some reason.
Everyone has feet.
Everyone has feet.
Well, no, he has an attraction to feet.
Oh,
I don't like ugly feet. There's a difference.
Okay, well,
it's like he's like Eddie Murphy in Boomerang. He just doesn't want busted feet.
okay,
I haven't
okay.
seen that
I just don't.
You never saw? Of course you didn't. It's before 2001.
So if I had
Fuck you.
to choose between Nicole Arbor and Ariana Grande, I'd probably go Ariana Grande.
Begrudgingly?
Yeah,
Would
because
you be like, I guess.
because she kind of looks like she's 13.
yeah, she looks underage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that problem with Selena
So
Gomez
that's
for a
the
long
selling
time.
point?
No, that's why I said begrudgingly because I do
okay.
it, but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
That's how I used to feel about
I'd
Selena
feel
Gomez.
dirty about it.
I used to feel the same way because Selena used to always look really young. She's starting to look a little older now.
She's
But
looking older now.
she is. That's what I'm saying. Like now it's better because she looks a little older.
So now do you feel like, so now you feel better about yourself when you fap?
Yeah, exactly.
So before you'd fap and you'd be like, oh man, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah. No, I couldn't. Like before, I would try to fap.
It would feel.
I would try to fap because I thought that was like what I was supposed to do because everybody else was fapping her. So I thought I
You wanna be
had to
left
fap.
out.
Yeah, I felt a little bit of FOMO in that case.
When was everybody fapping to her? Like, are you
don't know.
talking about Spring Breakers or
Oh, Spring Breakers.
Yeah, like right after Spring Break.
Disney
probably.
Channel Witches?
No, that's
of
too. I think
Waverly
that's,
Lane or whatever the fuck.
I think that's I think that's some Tekashi 6ix9ine shit right there.
okay,
No, that's
okay.
too far back. Yeah, like after Spring Breakers
I got you.
when she was old enough to fap too, and then like I was like, I don't feel comfortable and I couldn't get it hard. But now, full chub.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you've grown as a person.
Yep. I have.
One thing you mentioned is you mentioned it passingly is Bill Cosby and Quaaludes. He's going to jail now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He probably deserves it too.
He's getting what 3 to 10 years.
Some shit like that. He's gonna die in jail.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I feel bad because I love the Cosby Show. I was a huge fan of the Cosby Show, but at the same time, I don't feel bad because, I mean, he did what he did, he should have got fucking busted a long time ago. You know?
Yeah.
One point that I've seen throughout social media is that he might have got a harsher sentence because of the color of his skin.
Because he's black.
Yes. And I don't want to think that way, but at the same time, you have people like, remember Brock?
Brock Turner.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't slip anybody quaaludes.
He just straight up just
And-
raped.
Yeah, that's
But
It wasn't even date rape. It was just straight up regular rape.
yeah, but it was only, not defending Brock Turner at all. But Brock Turner only had one girl, and Cosby had
Yeah,
like
That's
multiple
true.
women.
And it was only, according to his dad, it was only like 15 minutes of fun.
No, I don't
That's
think.
what his dad said.
Yeah, it was. But
Is Dad still alive?
Did he penetrate her? I don't think he
Yeah.
did. I thought he was going to, and they caught him before.
No,
he
he
did.
just
No.
slipped a digit up in there.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, but he didn't. His dick didn't penetrate her.
I don't think so. No.
So it was more like sexual assault than rape.
yeah,
So
still pretty bad.
they're on that. Like I said,
I
I'm
don't
not
know the
defending.
details.
I'm
I
not.
thought-
I'm not defending him.
I
I'm just
thought
saying that the situations are
from what I
different.
read that he did, and that's when like the foreign exchange students were the ones that caught him.
I
And
thought.
he had his pants
He
down.
was in the process.
Yeah, I thought he was about.
There.
I thought he was about to, but he didn't actually stick.
They
stick his dick in
scared
her.
him off.
Yeah, but this is besides the point. I mean, still.
It was behind a garbage can, so that's still pretty bad.
Yes.
What about your boy that sodomized that woman?
Who?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, we're gonna get to that later.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he sodomized somebody?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Can
Well,
we get
let's-
into it now?
all right. Well, here
It's pertinent.
it is. Like, let's do Urban Dictionary word of the day, and then we'll jump back into
But
this.
then
real
again,
quick.
he's not he wouldn't be tried under the American.
He will. I'll tell you why. Hold on. Let's hold that thought.
Oh.
Today's word of the day,
Oh.
Urban Dictionary word of the day, is Devil's Triangle. Do you guys know what a Devil's Triangle is?
Quarters. It's when you play. It's a drinking game.
No, it's definitely not.
Nope. Brett Kavanaugh, under oath, told me that was a drinking game,
Nope.
Did he
and
ex-
I 100% believe him that Devil's Triangle is a drinking game, and boof means to pass gas.
Did
That he said it under oath.
did he explain the rules?
No, he said the rules are it's like quarters. Those were the
Oh.
rules. Because they asked him, how do you play? He's like, have you played quarters? He's like, yeah, it's like quarters. And that's all he said.
I think I might know the Devil's Triangle, but I've known it by other names.
Yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. It is
What is the
exactly
Devil's
what
Triangle,
you think
Mamba?
it is.
The Devil's Triangle. Well, no, that's position. But I've heard it names like the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yes. You mean
Kind
Eiffel
of.
Tower?
The Eiffel Tower and Golden Gate Bridge, I mean, they're similar, but they're just...
They're in the same
Those are
context.
positions,
Yeah,
right?
it all falls under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
I think those would fall under the Devil's Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the Devil's Triangle, Mamba?
Devil's Triangle, like Tony said, it's a drinking game.
Yeah, with quarters.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
If a judge said it,
Yeah.
It's got to be
Under
true.
oath.
who's up for nomination,
Who probably will become the next Supreme Court.
it must
Justice.
be true. It must be true.
Yeah, it's got to be true.
What is it,
Obviously-
Junkyard?
So, according to Urban Dictionary, the Devil's Triangle is a threesome with one woman and two men. It is important to remember that straight men do not make eye contact while in the act. Doing so will question their sexuality. Let me use this in a sentence. Larry, did you hear that Eric and Brian were in a Devil's Triangle with Sarah last night? Brad, yeah, man, I did. What homos? Larry, no, man, it's cool. They didn't make eye contact.
I like how when, like, the way they explain it, the thing they're worried about is eye contact.
Uh-huh.
Like, their pork stores could cross at any minute.
As long as you don't make eye
But
contact.
that doesn't make you gay.
No, no.
It's eye contact is like...
I really wish, because we're gonna upload this to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I really wish we could pull up that GIF of that guy getting jabbed in the face with a dick.
I would look it up, but I don't know what the name of it is.
But you can't put it on
We
YouTube.
can't put it on YouTube.
You're gonna
Oh,
get
yeah, you're
flagged.
right.
hard
Yeah,
as
you're
fuck.
right.
Yeah. You get
Anyway.
flagged for it. I mean, I don't know how they would find it. That was very loud. Turn that shit down.
Whenever you guys say Devil's Triangle, you will hear.
That was better.
Look up boof.
Boof?
Boof.
How do you spell it?
It means to pass gas, according to Brett Kavanaugh.
How do you spell it?
BOOF.
How do you think? So, like, how would YouTube find that? If we did have like clip of nudity, would somebody have to report it, or does YouTube have some?
No, YouTube automatically pulls it.
There's an algorithm.
To abuse
Ah.
any illicit or illicit substance via insertion into one's rectum.
What does it say?
That's what boof is.
It's basically to butt chug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the only one? Go down. That's the top one though.
When a person or friend around you has farted.
Oh, okay, maybe.
But that was added when?
May 18th, so before he said it.
But look at the original one. That's from 2013.
2008. To stick something up your butt, generally drugs. But can,
Okay,
can
so it
include
has something to do with the
Inserting-
anus. Yeah.
something up your butt.
Right. What is?
Oh,
Brett
God. Yeah.
Kavanaugh drunk. I was going to use that one today, but I didn't. To become intoxicated, you have no recollection of waving your dick around like you just don't care.
That's...
But anyway, so yeah. Fucking, have you guys ever been in a devil's triangle?
No, can't have. Can't have. Don't know if it would.
Why not?
I think, yeah, I have nothing against, like, it's not that I'm uncomfortable with, like, my sexuality.
Yeah.
I think it's more of, like, I don't think I could deal with the pressure of having to perform. Like, I'm conscious enough as it is on my own, but then I have competition, like, right there. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Especially someone's got a bigger dick than
Yeah,
you.
what if you got a bigger dick than me? Then I'm just going to go limp. And then no one's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm not trying to compete for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely true, guys.
What if the other guy is way better at it, and everybody realizes this,
And then you get left out.
so the
Well,
girl's
that's why
just-
you gotta get in there first.
So the girl's just sitting me on the sideline.
Yeah, so
No.
so you're sitting there dick in hand.
Yeah.
That's why you get it. You hit it first before the other guy does. You always get first dibs. That way he's got your sloppy seconds.
But I don't want to be greedy. Like, what
Dog.
if he's a really good friend of mine?
Dog,
What if he's a really nice guy?
this is chess, not checkers.
Oh, I see.
What if he's one of your good friends you hang out with regularly? You don't
Yeah,
want to be a
I
dick.
don't want to be a dick. I'm like, get on in this, man.
Get it out.
Try it out.
No, man.
I just don't see the appeal. Even if this girl was like completely up my alley, and she's just like everything I imagined, she was like, "Hey, I wanted to get it in, but under one stipulation, I want this guy there too." I'd probably say,
Hey, man, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
we could have it separately."
So if Ariana Grande was said, "I will have sex with both of you, but it has to be at the same time."
I mean, if it's Mamba, I don't mind.
Okay, well then I don't want to be rude.
Yeah. I'll be like, after you, Mamba.
Yeah.
No, after you. I insist.
See, it's not so bad, right?
Yeah, that's not too bad. Plus, I'm not gonna do any work anyway.
Just don't make any eye contact.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
lay back.
Yeah, we're not going to make any eye contact.
Let Tony be the overachiever.
Yeah, let him do all the work.
Let me be the tryhard.
I'm just there to get mine.
See, Mama, that's called a winning attitude,
Okay.
and I applaud you for that. So good job, Mamba.
Could it be anybody else besides Ariana Grande though?
Yeah, could be anybody you want, Mamba. It's all in your fantasy.
Could it be Mary Elizabeth Weinstein?
Yes, it can't be Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Will you be in a devil's triangle with her and Tony?
Then yes, I would participate.
And
That's,
would you-
that's the only way.
Would you actively try?
Yeah, it's the only way. Because she wants 2 dicks instead of 1.
Okay, that's fine.
You'll make the exception.
Yeah, I'll make the exception.
There you go. See, it's not so bad.
You're right. Life isn't black and white. There's always exceptions.
Yeah.
Thanks
Never say never, Mamba.
Thanks for letting me keep an open mind. Okay.
You're welcome.
I don't want to paint myself into a corner and just write it off.
Right, because what if one day she listens to this and she said, "Nope, he's
I
not
hope
down
not.
for it," and then she sees you in person and she's like, "I was gonna ask you if you want to have a devil's triangle, but since you're not down for it, then sorry." That's the only way I was gonna fuck you. And you would have been like shit.
Yeah, it's better to share with somebody than not get any at all.
Exactly.
50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
Exactly. Tony has
That's a
it the right
great
way.
way of looking at it. I never
Yep.
thought about that.
Always remember that, kids.
Never.
And you guys can Eiffel Tower. I mean, she's got more than one orifice.
Yeah, I can get creative.
I really hope she doesn't listen to this.
I doubt she ever will. So I think we're good.
Good.
You never know.
Good.
I might hit her up on Twitter and see if she wants to be a guest.
I don't know. I think
You know what? You should hit her up on Twitter. We'll probably get the same response we got from Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit up Miles Teller again this weekend just to see if he will be a guest.
Would you devil's triangle with him?
Yes.
No. that he would be so him and another guy.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
As long as you don't make eye contact.
As long as I don't make eye
As long
contact,
as everybody's looking at another corner of the room.
it's all good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't know who's on the receiving end of that dick if you're not looking.
It's like what's that SNL song with Justin Timberlake doing?
It's not gay
if it's a
in a
three-way,
three-way.
yeah.
It's okay
with a honey in the middle.
something like that. Justin Timberlake and what's his name?
Sandberg.
Andy Samberg.
Andy
There you
Samberg.
go.
Yeah.
Song was ahead of its time.
It was with Lady Gaga. She was in that too.
I wonder if Brett Kavanaugh was listening to that in his high school days. It's not gay if it's in a three-way. It's okay.
I like beer.
Oh yeah,
We drank beer. Drink lots of beer.
I
loved beer.
today before.
I was like, man, this guy really liked beer.
Today before.
Do you like beer? Do you drink beer?
What do you drink,
What do you
Senator?
drink? What do you drink, Senator?
Or
He's like, how many? Like you said that you've had one too many. Like how much? Like what amount is too many beers? Whatever it says in the chart. Whatever over the legal limit is.
there was one lady. I don't know. I'm guessing she was a politician. Well, obviously she's a politician, like a senator, congressman, or whatever. But she was asking him, like, "Have you ever blacked out drunk?" He's like, "I don't know. Have you?"
Have you? Yeah.
She's like, "Can you just answer the question?" And he's like, "I want to hear from you."
Yeah.
That like, I don't know if he's guilty. For all our listeners, they should know the situation, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, and if you don't, then you should probably read more.
Get the net.
Yeah, get the internet.
It's a wild place.
But like all of his answers are the answers that somebody who was guilty would say.
Yeah.
Like if somebody was like, hey, if I was up for a job and they were like, "Have you ever blacked out?" I'm like, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say, "Have you?" Huh?
Yeah, like it's like hey Mamba, have you do you do drugs? Do you?
Don't. Yeah. I
Well,
just say,
can you just answer the question? Well, I want to hear if you do drugs. That's not really the answer you should be giving.
yeah. I gotta try that out. I gotta get
Your next job interview.
Yeah.
What would you consider your greatest strength? I mean, what would you consider yours?
Yeah, just everything.
Flip it around.
Always answer a question with a question. Would you like some water? Would you like some water? Are you thirsty?
Definitely would work.
That's hilarious. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get to our next, everybody's favorite segment.
You guys are dicks and your podcast sucks.
Poncho segment. Poncho segment. Poncho segment.
Poncho has an email for us.
Oh, that's a very long email.
It says, Judge Dredd.
How fast do you think Pancho types? Do you think he's up to like over 44 words per minute? He's got to be over 44 words per minute. Because there's no way you can type all that like on a regular basis.
Why don't you ask him?
This
All
is
right,
Should I-
Pancho, I know you're
I-
listening. Let us know how fast you can.
You want me to
type.
call him?
this is
I'm. If I were a betting man, I would say you do 44 words per minute.
this is so I'm taking a online social science class, and every week I have to like write a post replying to a question. It has to be 500 to 800 words. This looks longer than my homework. So he's really going out of his way to email.
He loves this podcast. What can I say? Anyway, he says, man, this Judge Kavanaugh stuff is getting crazy. Two things of note that I have come away from all of this. One, it's not like this guy is weird and / a liar. I mean, it's one thing to be a drinker, but to lie about it, or lie the extent of it to the Senate committee, doesn't sound Supreme Court judge-like to me. That, and his temper while being questioned doesn't give off Supreme Court vibes either. 2, I won't be running for any political office positions because I'm a horrible liar and I hate for every move to be scrutinized. No one wants to hear about my adventures trying to chase 2s and 3s and getting shut down during my college years, or about me pioneering a dick pic movement with my Motorola Razr back in 2004. So count me out. Tony wouldn't make it to get questioned because he would refuse to take off his hat and expose his hair. or lack of hair while
him
being
off me,
sworn
bro.
in.
Get him off me, dog.
And without a shred of doubt, a hearing would disqualify Mamba, but at least they'd be interesting. Those hearings would go on for months with stories about sleeping in his own puke, showing another teen boy his junk in a car, or my personal favorite, pissing on his own asshole. That last one has so many more questions that need to be asked. Like, why is he sitting down to pee?
That is true. After I said that, I got questioned a lot of times about about the validity of that story.
When the Senate committee says, Mr. Gutierrez, have you ever pissed on
bro? Why are you giving away my last name on this podcast? Damn.
Dude, he just gave you up.
Shit, you want my address too?
Give your social security number.
Oh,
while you're at it.
well, I'm at it. Might as well.
Have
Go
you,
ahead, Augie.
Have you ever pissed on your own
Augie,
asshole?
Have you pissed on your asshole? Have you? I want to hear from you. I want to hear if you pissed on your asshole.
Anyway, I hate to say it, but the only one who might be safe is JYD. It would be the shortest hearing ever because the Senate committee would be so bored after JYD is sworn in that they'd end the hearings. We'd have Supreme Court Justice JYD. Heaven help us all. He'd probably wear long tube socks and sandals under his judge's robe. Damn, Skippy.
Damn. Which is exactly what he's wearing now.
So if we were all up for Supreme Court judges, Tony would hide too much. I wouldn't hide enough. And
Yeah.
Junkyard would just bore everybody with
Yup.
his question.
Exactly.
Finally, on another note, you all read about Ronaldo being accused of rape. I read some of the deets, and JYD may be onto something with his Ronaldo being gay theory. The accuser claims he was thrown.
She
was thrown
in-
onto his hotel bed, and verbally denied his vaginal advances. So Ronaldo allegedly, without flinching or asking, put it in her pooter.
without any lubrication.
Yeah, it struck me as a bit drastic and sudden move. Like he was too comfortable with it. You know, he was so fast and comfortable with that move that it sounds like it was his instinct. For whatever reason, I couldn't help but think of that Edward James Olmos movie, American Me, while reading the victim side of the story. Remember that scene where Montoya is getting intimate with his girlfriend after spending all those years in prison and his immediate instinct was to go anal? Yeah, for whatever reason, I thought of that when reading these allegations. Anyway, those are some of my musings. What do you think about it? Till next time, Panch.
I don't know anything about it, so fill me in, Junkyard. Fill me in about your...
I'm supposed to know about it?
Yeah, that's your boy.
That's your favorite player.
Yeah.
And your favorite team.
You should know all about his rape.
First of all,
allegations.
he's not my favorite player. Second of all, he does play my favorite team. But that was not my choosing.
But
I do know.
You're not upset about it, though.
I am not, because he scores goals, even though he didn't score any last
He
game.
scores other places too.
Yeah, in the
Places
butt.
worse than
Places
ass.
he shouldn't.
So, I guess I did read about it after I read this email. Actually, I wanted to learn. So it turns out that this chick he met at this nightclub. He invited her back to the hotel to with some friends, and they were gonna have like a jacuzzi party. He gave her like a shirt and shorts to change into, and she was in the bathroom. And while she was in the bathroom changing, he comes in and whips his dick out and asks for her to suck his dick.
Hey, you know what to do.
Yep.
I didn't bring it out for air.
That's right. She's like, it's not gonna suck itself. This is all the allegations, mind you. These are not proven.
Uh-huh.
So, and then she says, no, I will not. So I guess he pulls her into the bedroom and, like he says, throws her on their bed and then goes ahead and puts it in her butt. All meanwhile, she is saying, no, no, no.
That's rough.
It is rough.
But he did apologize after, and he felt bad.
Supposedly, according to her and what she is claiming, that he apologized. He said that wasn't him.
But the thing is, like,
that's not,
she signed. They settled. They ended up settling.
supposedly, like none of this is all alleged.
So supposedly they settled out of court.
Yeah, they settled out of court. Him and his minders, like his people.
Yeah.
This was before he was a Real Madrid player. He was still in Manchester United, so he wasn't as big as he is now. But he still, supposedly his minders like paid her $300,000 or something like that to settle outside of court, and like not to bring it into police or anything, but she did go to the police before they settled. She went to the police and she got a rape like kit done on her, the swab or whatever. So supposedly that's in police custody.
Yeah,
So
but she didn't name him originally because
no, she didn't. She said someone raped her, but she didn't say who.
She didn't want to point him out
because they thought that she was gonna get backlash.
Because he was famous,
Right.
So she didn't want to name him.
But now
Now
because of
she
the
don't
Me
give
Too
a
movement, she
fuck.
said that she
She's like, I will tell you exactly who that
Right.
motherfucker was. And when she started pointing fingers,
after he got $100 million contract, she decided to come out. Just saying.
Why'd you say that?
I'm just
What are
saying.
you alluding to?
I'm not alluding to
are you
anything.
saying that because he got a larger contract, huge contract, that makes her claims less valid?
Nope. Did not say that.
But the way you said it, though.
Nope. You're putting words in my mouth.
She can't. I'm just saying that's what you made it seem like.
Nope. I just said that it was just a coincidence.
In case you did say that.
Okay.
But I did it.
In case you did.
But I did it.
But you did.
But just to put it out there.
But you kind of did, though.
But I did it.
But you kind of did.
You guys are putting words in my mouth. I just so happen to say that it's suspicious if I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I'm not saying that
Also,
she's doing it.
From what I've read, there's a deposition that there was a questionnaire that he went through when they settled the first time, and apparently in there he admitted to the fact that she said no,
Yeah,
and he heard her say no, and he still went ahead
Right.
and did it.
Yeah, supposedly. But the thing with all that whole like everything that she is saying is
I feel
like
like you're about to defend your favorite player. Right now.
first of all, he's my favorite player, and I'm not defending him. I'm just saying she may have gotten raped. I don't know. Fucking, I wasn't there. I'm not putting it past Ronaldo to rape someone. I find it a little difficult to believe, not because he's like beyond, above it, because he's not. Like he can rape. I'm sure he could rape anybody. I feel like she was like a model at the time, and she was like up and coming. Like she wasn't anybody famous, and there were like
So
pictures of her like.
I see what you're doing. So you're defaming her character.
I'm not.
It sounds like a smear campaign.
It's not a smear campaign. I'm
Okay,
just.
she was an up and coming model.
This is my observation.
She was an up and
So
coming
you're
model.
saying that she's an opportunist. So she asked for it. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying she asked for it. I'm just saying.
You're victim blaming.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm giving my observation.
Okay. What is your observation?
Without victim blaming, I'm just saying like it's possible that she did have sex with Ronaldo consensually. Not saying that she did. Not saying she did get raped. She could have. She could have not. I don't know the story, but this is also another possibility. Let's say she could have had consensual sex with Ronaldo, and then she's like, "Fuck, this guy's got money. Let me."
It's possible.
It's possible.
I mean,
let's get a little money out of him, and then now, a lot of stuff is coming out from other celebrities and Aziz, Bill Cosby, stuff like that. Maybe she's like, maybe it's my turn to get more of the pie.
I don't think she's gonna get money though.
You never know.
How would she get money?
They can settle again, it's even more.
But he would have no reason to settle after, like, I mean, unless she takes him to court again.
Right, exactly. Well, that's what she's doing. She already pressed. They reopened the case.
Really?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, the police, the
So
Las
it's not just-
Vegas police reopened the case.
It's not just.
her
Oh, it
rape
happened
claim.
in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not just.
She's an American woman, and he's Portuguese. I'm not saying he didn't do it. Again, I am not saying that he's above it. I don't know if he did or didn't do it.
Where's he playing at right now?
Juventus, Italy,
Italy.
Turin.
Do they extradite?
I don't know.
I would say.
Probably.
If I was.
I would say yes.
If he did do it, I'm not condoning it, but I would say, look, I'm all the way in Italy. I'm the most famous soccer player in the world. I'm a gazillion.
The richest soccer player in the world.
That
too.
too. Are you gonna extradite me? Are you gonna come and get me, Vegas PD?
If they wouldn't extradite Pablo Escobar,
Yeah.
you think they're gonna extradite me?
Yeah. You think Juventus is gonna allow you to come and take me away? Go ahead.
King Kong ain't got nothing
Oh, yeah.
on me.
But but you said you heard that they have a deposition.
Well, the thing is, that was all outside of courts. That was
through, like,
his
arbitrators
that was
and-
through arbitrators, and all that stuff is sealed. Like, and because she settled, all that is confidential. You know what I'm saying?
Then
So
who
it's
said
not like
that-
they can bring it back out.
Then who said that?
She is claiming all of this.
Oh, okay.
I think that if he's really innocent, he should probably let whatever happened, like how they said, let it out.
Yes and no. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's still a defamation of character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's say he didn't do it. Like you said, what if he didn't do it? But then all this shit's gonna come out, and then like it's still kind of like.
Well, what's gonna come out? If he didn't do it,
Well, maybe he didn't do that, but what if he did other shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
To
I
her?
don't know. Not well, maybe not to her, but
because
like,
all that's gonna come out is between them two. There's not what else would come out between.
I don't know. But the thing is that it's gonna be hard to prove though, because it's always the female always wins. What if they did have consensual sex, and then she claims rape? They did the rape test, and it is his stuff. It's lose for him, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? A girl could claim that you raped them, and if it was consensual, you're still gonna lose most of the time. The guy's always gonna lose, whether it's rape or not. If a girl claims rape, who the fuck are you to stop if you guys had sex or not? Or I mean, if you had sex more than that.
True. I mean, like you said, even if she did, it was a consensual. She went to the, but I don't think that's. I mean,
Like I said, this is
that's a lot. To go
whether he raped her or not, he's gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna pull out the test. They're gonna say they had sex. I mean, it's a lose for him at this point. I mean, I think it's already too far. Like either way, it's whether he raped her or not, he's fucked.
I think a lot of times when there's allegations like that, even if you somehow do manage to prove yourself innocent, there's always like a stigma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like a stigma, like, oh, you always carry that around.
Right.
Like with Aziz Ansari. So I follow him on Instagram, and he started announcing a bunch of tour dates, which I think is pretty cool because I want to see him.
And I love Aziz.
We already talked about this. He was accused. Well, he wasn't accused.
Well, he wasn't accused of rape. He was accused of like being kind of a scumbag.
He was accused of going on a terrible date.
Yeah.
But so I mean, there was no charges pressed against him or anything. But if you go on his Instagram, every time he posts something, there's always some lady who's like, "Oh, thank you for reminding me I'll follow you." It's like, bitch, shut up. You could unfollow him without announcing it. You don't have to virtue signal and show how woke you are and say like, go unfollow him with his dramatic fashion. If you don't like him, just don't follow him.
Right,
Don't
exactly.
make a big announcement.
Yeah, and the thing with Aziz, like, we talked about this before, but like, just bringing it back again, like he did give her a chance to leave. She had the chance to leave. He didn't keep her there, but she didn't leave.
So he didn't force himself.
No.
She just felt pressured.
Yes, and
He was just being
he was being a guy, and like
I don't say he was being.
Okay, fine. He's not being gay. He was being a pushy guy. How's that?
Okay, he was being pushy.
He was being a pushy guy.
He was being adamant.
Yes.
She did say she wanted to leave.
And everybody's been a little bit adamant. I mean, I have. Maybe not to that. Maybe not to that point.
Not me. Not once.
I'm usually pretty open about everything. Like I usually like, tell you guys whatever. There's never once where like I'm the one that's been pressured.
Well, like
I lost my virginity to a girl on her period because she pressured me into having sex with her.
Well, like my ex girlfriend, like she was like never in the mood, so I was always like, you know, like come on, let's like, you know, come on. What do you have to lose? Like we're, you know, we were living together.
Did you actually?
That was your selling point.
I don't know. That's what my selling
Your
point.
selling point is like, what do you got to lose?
Exactly. Because it ain't your virginity.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is.
Jeez, junkyard. Oh my god. I hope you don't talk to your wife that same way.
No, she puts out.
I bet she got.
I hope you don't tell your wife.
Super moist.
I mean, you ain't got nothing to lose. What do you got to lose?
I bet she was like, my underwear drenched after you said that.
After you said, what do you got to lose?
I didn't say that verbatim. I'm just using that as an example.
I'm going to go home
and be like, come on, what do you got to lose?
To my girlfriend or whatever. She's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I'm like,
what do you
got to lose?
It works for junkyard.
Oh, you're right.
I got nothing to lose.
You're right. Well, you put it that way.
I mean, I'm with you, so I've hit the lowest of the low.
You got everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Exactly. She's gonna gain that D, right, Mama?
Oh, Joe.
Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Back to the actual topic.
That was my favorite part. I'm gonna try to find a way to edit, like, cut this snippet where you're like, I don't, and then put it everywhere.
Yep. I mean, like, well, yeah, what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
Whatever.
The boy.
Anyway,
I don't know where to go from there. What was I gonna say?
Ronaldo, we don't know what happened. We're probably never gonna really find out. It's his word
You should
against
add
hers.
him, see if he'll be a guest on our show. So you can explain his side of the story.
He's not gonna come on this fucking little ass show to explain the side of the story.
Bro, you got the gall to invite Miles Teller twice.
That's different. Miles Teller's not at the
But you won't
at the height of
but you won't
Ronaldo.
at Cristiano Ronaldo once.
Does he even have a Twitter?
Yeah, he's got a Twitter.
It's in Portuguese, so you can't understand it.
I speak Portuguese.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Popozao.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Right?
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you very
Brazil.
much.
I feel like every other week we're talking about rape allegations. I feel like we should stop talking about it.
We don't talk about it every week, but it's not our fault. It's on the news every
And
fucking
then
week.
people are gonna think we're sympathizers.
Rape sympathizers.
Yeah.
No, I am against rape,
Rapist sympathizers.
but there's some cases. Like I said, I mean, like I said, we don't know what happened with Ronaldo. We don't know if he raped her or not. He could have. We just don't know. I mean, we're never gonna know. He's always gonna have the raw end of the deal here because he's the guy.
That's the one of the problems, like with obviously Ronaldo, but Brett Kavanaugh, like you wanna believe these ladies, but at the same time you want to believe that somebody's innocent until proven guilty. At least me. Like if I was in that position, I would want people to think, all right, we don't know until he's convicted, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I would like people to assume that most people are innocent.
I mean, I agree with that. I think it should be innocent until proven guilty, but it's not always in that case. Kind of like with MMA, like with.
No, it's not. I don't know how you would even get to that analogy. It's like MMA.
Like that feels like a very forced segue.
No, I'm not even
like,
segueing.
like you just couldn't wait to
No.
bring to you had to just force it in there.
This had nothing to do with. I'm just saying. So like in MMA,
How is rape allegations anywhere
let me get there.
similar to MMA?
Let me get there.
Yeah. Please explain the correlation between
One
rape
man
and MMA.
forces himself on another man. It's just like rape. But that is actually not what I was going to say. No, so like whenever someone pops for banned substances, they're automatically tainted a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was on purpose or an accident.
How do you accidentally do roids?
It's not roids. So there's banned. So like for example, USADA, the United States Anti-Doping Association, has a list of banned substances. Mm-hmm. Not all of them are necessarily like performance enhancing, but some stuff can be in like supplements. So if I go to GNC and buy like protein or creatine, these even though it's not on the list of ingredients, but these factories make creatine. They also make stuff that's got roids in it. For example,
a lot of times it's carelessness of the fighters, though, because they don't they don't report.
But no, but not just it's not just carelessness. Sometimes it actually is a tainted supplement.
No, yeah, I get it.
I mean,
a lot of times it's.
I think if it's a tainted supplement, that could easily be proven.
That's why. But that's what I'm saying. They've proved it a couple times in a couple cases. Like Yoel Romero, they proven that it was a tainted supplement. They went to the store, they got the exact same shelf, they did test on it, and they found that it was tainted. It was not in the list of ingredients of stuff that was there. But you are branded a cheater.
I feel like even if it was listed on the ingredients, most people that are in that field of work, I don't think they read much at all. So.
Well, let's just say that, they read it anyway. I took it. I get popped. I'm automatically branded a cheater because I took a banned substance that came out. And like I said, you're in that case, you're guilty until proven innocent. And I think that kind of goes with rape too. Like as long as once you're branded a rapist, whether you did it or not, you'll always be a rapist. Once you're a cheater, you're always a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get hit with a certain label, it becomes stigma, and it's with you forever.
Yeah, like if people accuse you of being a pedo.
Yeah. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine will never live down being a pedo. Mm-hmm. Like he will forever be a pedo.
Like R. Kelly.
R. Kelly is a pedo.
Yeah, he definitely is. The fact that he married Alicia at 15 years old, that's
Alicia
proof.
or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah, my bad. Aaliyah. He married her when she was.
There was a singer named Alicia.
That's true, but not her. Aaliyah. He married her when she was 15.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that flew under the radar.
She's okay. She died anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Why would you say that?
You are the worst person in the world.
I was just showing that to my wife the other day. She had never heard of Aaliyah.
Really?
Mhm.
I loved Aaliyah. She had like a bunch of bangers.
She had a couple. She had like
Well,
3 or 4.
They were never released in Mexico.
I guess
I'm sure they were, but she never heard. Because what the hell would I say? What was I saying to her?
She's not a fan of Romeo Must Die.
No, it's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you.
Oh, wasn't that in that
But
Jet
I
Li
don't.
movie?
Yeah,
Romeo
into
Must
step. You step 2, step.
Oh, that's what it's called. I
Yeah.
forgot all about that movie.
Anyway,
That movie kicked off a long line in the early aughts of
Jet Li movies.
not only that, but karate movies
Yeah.
and action movies with hip hop superstars. So Romeo Must Die had
Yeah, with DMX.
DMX.
Yeah. There was the other one, DMX and Steven Seagal, not Cradle to Grave, but that was another one.
I remember Cradle to the Grave.
Steven Seagal did a couple of them with Ja Rule.
Yeah, but what was the one with Steven Seagal and DMX? I gotta look that up. Was it Cradle to the Grave?
I'm pretty sure it was one of them. I think Cradle to the Grave was with Ja Rule.
Are you sure? I thought that one had DMX.
I think it'd be a lot easier if you Google DMX movies. That's
Yeah.
a way shorter list.
I think it's a shortcut to
Yeah.
like.
Exit Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that
Exit
shit.
Wounds. Let's see what's. What'd you say? Cradle to the Grave?
Yeah, that's the one with Ja Rule. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it was
that's
DMX and DMX and Jet
I
Li.
was wrong.
I told you that one had DMX.
I didn't know that there was two Jet Li and DMX movies. I wonder how those conversations work. Hey, yo. I've been training karate. I'm going to start doing karate now. You going to start rapping.
But anyway, I did like Exit Wounds. I thought that movie was quite entertaining.
I don't remember any of those movies.
I remember that one vaguely. They were putting cocaine in like clothes. They were like soaking it or some shit, or heroin, some drug. They were like soaking it in clothes and selling the clothes, and then
And they had to bust it up. Can you Google what movies Ja Rule has been in?
he was in Fast and Furious.
I know. Didn't you guys tell me that he was offered Fast and Furious 2?
Yeah, he chose not to do it.
Why?
Probably because he chose
Because
one of these
he
movies.
was doing some other garbage movie.
Probably one of these movies.
So yeah, he
He
opted.
could have been the next. He could have been the new Ludacris, or
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could've
So
been
that
Ludacris.
they replaced him with Ludacris because of that, and
See?
Ludacris just laughed all the way to the bank.
Still is laughing all the way to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Tyrese, Mama's favorite actor.
He probably was going to be in one of these movies.
He was in Fast Furious, Scream 3. Oh, he was in Atlanta. Oh, he was a performer. Let's see, Fish Tank, Ugly Betty, More Than a Game, Shall We Dance, Biker Boys, Friday After Next. But he's a performer. Wait, is he performing all these? Oh, it's a soundtrack. Hold on, let me look at actor. There's probably a lot less credits. Yep, it's actually more. Fly, the Hamilton mixtape, Trolls.
Wait, just look at what he did after Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all the way to the bottom. Turn It Up.
Never heard of it.
Fast and Furious.
Why do they have all these videos?
Yeah, I don't know why they have videos on here.
Half Past Dead, is that one of them?
Yeah, Half Past Dead. That was one.
Let me see. Which one is that one?
I think I've seen that one.
Pauly Shore is Dead.
I did not seen that.
Scary Movie 3.
Oh, that's a Steven Seagal one.
Yeah,
Half
that's
Past
him and
Dead.
Steven Seagal, yeah.
Okay.
That's one you were thinking of.
That's probably the one he was like, I'm good. I'm gonna go work with Steven Seagal.
Yeah, because Fast and Furious was 2001, right?
Yeah.
Assault on Precinct 13. He was on that one. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot, actually. Yeah, that was one. Assault.
Okay,
Assault on
I thought there was a
Precinct
lot more, but you get the point.
13. DMX has a longer career than him.
So, long story short,
X gonna give it to you.
if they offer you a role in Fast and Furious,
You take
you
it.
take it.
Well, now, if you get a fucking role in Fast and Furious, you have to take it. It's so big. Why would I would fucking play an extra in Fast and Furious?
That's true.
I wish Tony Jaa would have had a bigger part in Fast and Furious. He only had a small part in that.
Yeah.
Is Tony Jaa the guy that accused Dominic Toretto of narking him?
No, that's Johnny Tran.
Ah, okay.
Tony
okay.
Jaa was he was in the last one Paul Walker was in. He was the one that were fighting in the bus. He was like he's like the kickboxer.
The one he was chasing.
Yeah,
The one
he
he
was,
was chasing.
he was chasing him, and then like he was unnecessarily jumping over stuff he didn't need to.
He was doing parkour when it wasn't really necessary. He could
Exactly.
have ran in a straight line.
He could have ran in a straight line, but he chose to jump off to the side and hop off a wall over a table. That he didn't need to. He could just run straight.
Yeah, he probably would have got to where he needed to be a lot faster.
Yeah, but he needed to show off his skills, his parkouring skills. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, that's the guy. Tony
because
Jaa.
the plot demanded it.
Plot demanded it.
Just like when Vin Diesel and Jason Statham started sword fighting with carved tools.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't understand how it doesn't hurt your hand. Like, have you ever like grabbed a metal pipe and just hit another metal pipe? Like,
It hurts.
You
but when you're in the heat of the moment,
I don't care.
you don't feel it.
Oh, you'll feel it. You can feel that shit all the way to your fucking neck.
If you take an aluminum bat and you take another and you just hit them together, you go, ah!
Yeah, that's gonna fucking hurt.
Hit a baseball with an aluminum bat. That shit
No matter how
fucking
you
vibrates.
slice it.
Yeah.
But somehow they defy the laws of physics.
I like to think that the Fast and Furious franchise exists in a world outside of ours where the laws of physics don't apply.
Well, when you're jumping like between cars, moving cars, I'm sure that doesn't really matter. You know,
When you're fighting submerged submarines with cars, they don't matter.
Exactly. Can't wait for the next one.
when does it come out?
I don't know, but I am excited.
I don't think it's coming out for a while. Aren't they gonna make a Rock and
Yeah, they're making a spin-off
Hobbs
one
and
first.
what's the other guy? Jason Statham's name? I don't know, but they have a spin-off movie.
Hobbs and what was his name? Declan? No, that was Shaw.
Shaw,
Declan
yeah.
Shaw was the brother. His was something else. Shaw.
But yeah, that's coming out first, I think. Remember, that's why Tyrese and The Rock were beefing.
Oh
Because Tyrese said that it's gonna set back the next Fast and Furious movie.
So was it like The Rock's idea to have that movie? Is that why he's pissed? Because I mean, if it's the studio that said, "Hey, we're gonna do a spin-off," that's not really much.
No, it was. I'm sure it was a studio because I mean, it's The Rock. The Rock is a gold mine. Any movie you make with him is gonna make a bunch of money. So the studio was like, "All right, let's have a Rock movie with Jason Statham, and we'll have a spin-off." And Tyrese's problem, it wasn't with the studio for thinking that way. His problem was with The Rock for agreeing to do it. He said that The Rock should have declined it so they could make another Fast and Furious movie. That way everybody could get paid. He said he was being selfish and he wasn't thinking about...
He was thinking about his brothers.
Yeah, he wasn't thinking about his Fast family. And he said The Rock was taking money out of his kids'
Mouth?
Yeah, out of his kid's mouth.
It's a little extreme, but
Yeah, so he went on. Plus, I think there's something mentally wrong with him.
So if they offer me a spin-off podcast, like, would you guys be mad if I take it? And I don't
Yes, because you're taking
Am I taking
food out of our kids'
am I
mouths.
taking food out of your kids'
Out
mouth?
of my non-existent children's mouth.
You're taking food out of Fuchsia's mouth.
So if they offer me like a spin-off podcast, I should decline it.
Yeah,
to
and
do
say-
to do another season of NKOTP.
Yeah.
And say it
we
ain't
can all
no
do one. We
it
can
ain't
all
no
do
fun if the homies can't have none.
That's exactly right.
Yep, goes full circle,
I
man.
will remember that.
We need a devil's
But
three-way.
it's okay if I do another podcast, just as long as you guys don't do it.
No, it's okay if I do another podcast.
You've already done another podcast and you failed.
Well, it's okay if I do another podcast.
Sure, I mean, go ahead. You can go and do another podcast. It'll be nice for me, Mama, to take a few weeks off so you can fail at your
Yeah.
and then we'll all come back.
I'm gonna do my next podcast. Is gonna be an MMA podcast.
God.
Feel free for everybody to tune in to Junkyard's new MMA podcast.
Yeah.
It's going to be called Junkyard's MMA Podcast.
I think you'd have a surprising amount of listeners and followers, and they're all people with sleeping problems.
They're like, man, I can't sleep. And I don't want.
Like, I have insomnia.
I have insomnia, and I don't want to take any over-the-counter drugs. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna listen to Junkyard for 10 minutes. All
here-
of a sudden, I'm knocked the fuck out.
Like doctors are gonna recommend it. Like, oh, you have insomnia? Here you go. You have iTunes, right?
Listen to this.
You listen to this. Put you right to sleep.
Get him off
You know who's going to be my co-host?
They're gonna be like, "What's it about, Doc?" I don't know. I haven't listened long enough to actually.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Oh, I get it now. That was just a segue. You duped us. You tricked us.
You got us. We've been hoodwinked.
You got us good.
We've been
Junkyard.
bamboozled.
Have I?
No,
Have I bamboozled you?
I feel bamboozled.
you did it on purpose.
So this weekend, guys, speaking of MMA and having an MMA podcast, this is not an MMA podcast.
I actually don't mind,
but it
talking
should be.
about MMA,
You did it at first.
but I forgot what this week is.
This weekend is Habib versus Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor.
Ooh, I'm actually not upset at this.
So it's actually quite a decent card. It's actually very doesn't have a lot of fights. So I will actually go from the bottom. Ryan LaFleur versus Tony Martin, first fight of the night. It's a UFC Fight Night prelim.
Nobody cares, Junker. Nobody cares.
I'm gonna
about
run
the
through it.
pre-
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna run through it. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot
Just
about
do
this.
the main card.
No.
Nobody cares
Yeah,
about
well,
the
so
prelim.
next it's Nick Lentz versus Gray Maynard. You got Lena Landsberg versus Yana
I haven't heard of either
Kunitskaya,
one of them.
which is no. You've heard of Yana. Yana fought Cyborg. Not that long ago. She got her ass beat.
Yeah, she probably got beat up.
I'm pretty
She
sure
did.
90% of our listeners have not heard of any of these.
Scott Holtzman versus
I'm pretty
Alan
sure
Patrick.
Maybe half of our listeners
Starts
have,
the
have
Fox
listened-
Sports
have
1
heard about
prelim.
the main card.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have Aspen Ladd versus Tanya Evinger.
Aspen Ladd, I like her.
I like Tanya Evinger. She was old Invicta champion.
Oh, she fought.
She also fights Cyborg.
Yeah, she actually did fairly well.
Yeah, she got her ass beat too.
She probably did the best out of everybody.
No, Holly Holm did the best out of everybody.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Vincente Luque versus Jalen Turner. Vincent Luque is a beast. He's actually comes from the Black Zillion camp. He's really, really good.
I think Jalen Turner is a beast because he's an unlockable character, apparently.
Why? Yeah, why is he still locked?
And then the main event of the fight or the FS1 prelims is Sergio Pettis
Is he
versus
DLC?
Jussier Formiga, which is actually a fucking fantastic fight. If you guys, I do recommend at least watching this. If you're gonna watch any of the prelims, if you're only gonna watch one fight on the prelims, watch this one: Sergio Pettis versus Jussier Formiga. It's gonna be a barn burner.
Just don't say that.
A barn burner. Anyway,
Stop talking.
so let's get to the main card, shall we? Michelle Watterson versus Felice Herrig. Chicago's own Felice Herrig.
She's from Rockford.
Same shit.
No, it's not. Her,
She-
her zip code is probably 604 or some shit like that.
She likes to be known as a Chicagoan, all right?
So do people from Aurora, but
And Naperville.
yeah.
Anyway, this is gonna be a decent fight. Michelle Watterson, I believe, is the favorite on this. Let me double check this real quick.
It's okay. Most people don't know who they are. Just talk.
Michelle, she's even. Michelle Watterson's even, and Felice is a minus 130. So I wouldn't mind throwing some money on Michelle Watterson
So
on
we're
this
doing
one.
a parlay?
Maybe.
There haven't been a lot of interesting women fights recently. Ever since Thug Rose beat Johanna twice. And I don't know when Thug Rose is gonna fight.
I was
again.
looking forward to Valentina versus Joanna, but that was in talks and it didn't come to fruition. Then the next fight is Derek Lewis versus Alexander Volkov. The Black Beast is back.
Hopefully, because his last fight was a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah, his last fight was fucking.
I think only
boy.
9 punches were thrown in all 3 of those rounds.
Who would you say is the favorite in this one?
I don't know much about Alexander Volkov, so I'm gonna say Derek Lewis.
Nope. Alexander Volkov is a minus 185. Derek Lewis is a plus 150. So Derek Lewis is a live dog in this. Derek Lewis can knock anybody the fuck out. If his back is okay and he can fight, he can knock him the fuck out.
If he's
so.
not scared of them. If
Right.
He's scared of Francis Ngannou.
And then you got OSP, Ovin St. Preux versus Dominic Reyes. I would probably say OSP is the favorite in this fight. What do you think, Mamba?
Probably.
Actually, he's not. He's an underdog. A plus 175 for OSP. Minus 225 for Dominic Reyes. OSP, I think, is a little bit of a slump. But I would still put some. I mean, for an underdog, I wouldn't mind throwing some money.
Hasn't he been winning his last fights?
I think he lost the last one. But still, but Dominic Reyes is on a 9-fight winning streak. He's 9-0. So I would throw some. If you are gonna throw a parlay, Tony, it might be nice for a nice little Black Beast and OSP.
I'm trying to get paid.
Oh.
And then the co-main event of the night,
There's
Tony
2
Ferguson.
both of the Pettis
Yep, both of
brothers.
the Pettis brothers are fighting on this card. Sergio and Anthony, it's Tony Ferguson El Kukui versus
That's Spanish
Anthony.
for the Kukui.
Anthony Showtime Pettis. That is the co-main event of the night. Who do you think is the favorite?
I'm gonna
Pettis.
say Tony. Well, it's weird because Pettis' last fight was with Dustin Poirier, right?
No. His
He won his last fight.
His last fight was against Michael Chiesa.
I want to say Pettis is the favorite.
Oh, he did. He won against Michael. He tapped him out.
Yeah, he did.
I was gonna. Tony Ferguson is coming off an injury,
And a long layoff.
so that might hurt him. But it's also Tony Ferguson.
Mamba's correct. Tony is wrong. Tony Ferguson is the favorite. Tony Ferguson's a minus 350. Anthony Pettis is a plus 265.
Ooh, might throw that in my parlay.
He's a humongous underdog. He is a live dog. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna maybe do a little Derek Lewis, a little Anthony Pettis, maybe a little
Don't make dollars. I don't think you guys have won one parlay yet.
maybe a little OSP. You know,
Trying to get paid.
and if you want,
Trying to make some money moves.
and then for the main event, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Who's the favorite, guys?
Conor
McGregor.
McGregor finally makes his return to the octagon in over 2 years.
Conor McGregor is the underdog.
When's the last time he fought? It was
Yeah, it's been like 2 years. It's been like 2 years. Yeah. No,
right?
a year and a half. Well, because he did the Mayweather fight last year, and then the year before that he fought
Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez, UFC 200. So it's been a while. It's been about
Almost 2
229.
years.
It's about almost 2 years.
Oh.
So Conor is a plus 130 underdog. Actually, I personally don't think Conor will win this fight. I've been wrong before. I thought that
You've eaten crow before.
I've bet against Conor with Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz lost. So that fight, the second fight, because I bet against Conor the second fight, and I bet for Conor
The first fight.
the first fight, and I was wrong both times.
Yeah.
So Conor McGregor, like, he's got knockout power. If he fucking lands one punch on Khabib, like, clean, he can knock him out. He can knock anybody out. But if Khabib fucking takes him down like he's consistently takes everybody down, I don't think Conor gets tired. He's not gonna last.
Yeah,
he just won't.
Conor doesn't have a large gas tank.
No, he does. And we saw how Chad Mendes controlled him on the ground before Chad gassed out, and Conor knocked him out. Like, Chad had a lot of success on the ground.
Well, not even that. Nate Diaz was when he took him to the ground. Conor was tired.
Right. Well, yeah, but that was already later because but the Conor shot for that takedown, not Nate.
Still.
So, but yeah, Conor got tired against Mayweather. He gassed out. So Conor does not have the largest of gas tanks. I expect Khabib to grind him down and just fucking, make him tired and finish him.
Trying to make some money moves.
So I would not bet on Conor. Like I said, I've been wrong before. Do what you will.
At the end of the day, it's Conor McGregor. He's a top athlete,
Right.
So he might surprise you.
He might surprise us. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked out Khabib. I feel like if he doesn't knock him out in the first 2 rounds, and Khabib can take him down, it's Khabib's fight.
But this is the first time he's
lose.
fought like a wrestler. Right?
Well, he fought Chad. Chad was a wrestler,
but I'm saying that was so long ago.
Yeah.
He hasn't really fought anybody.
no, he has. Well, Eddie was kind of wrestler, but Eddie likes to stay in the pocket a lot.
Eddie stood up with him like an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't really fought a whole. I mean, at this high level, probably not. I mean, Khabib is undefeated. Khabib has not lost a fucking fight.
What is he, like 20?
26-0, I think.
Yeah, 20.
So, fuck, dude. I just don't see.
It's gonna be interesting to watch.
It is. I think I would. If you're gonna parlay this, you can always throw in. If you throw in a favorite, throw in fucking Khabib in this parlay. Khabib is.
Yeah. I'm throwing nothing but underdogs. I'm trying to get paid.
Also, cross your fingers. Right now, it's what, Wednesday?
Today is
So they
Wednesday.
haven't done the weigh-ins yet, so cross your fingers that
Well,
Khabib makes weight.
When by the time you guys listen to this podcast, they'll probably already have been the weigh-ins, or will be the weigh-ins soon.
So, because Khabib has a affliction for tiramisu.
He does like eating and having, tiramisu.
So, hopefully everything goes well. They make weight, and we can watch him fight.
Yeah,
Because I'm not a Conor fan, but I am excited to see him back in the Anaconda.
me too.
Actually, I guess
I like the show.
I guess, yeah, that's what it is. I guess I'm a fan of him then, if I like watching him fight. I'm not like the guys in the comments who are like, oh, Conor is a GOAT.
No, fuck no. He's not even close to being the GOAT.
But he's entertaining.
I will give him this. He is the GOAT when it comes to the most popular and the most
Selling
fighter, like the one that sells the most pay-per-views.
The most marketable.
The most marketable. He is definitely the GOAT at that. I will not deny him that. He is the biggest MMA fighter to ever grace God's green earth. I'm not I will not deny him that he is the GOAT in that.
But in terms of
but in terms of
marketability.
actual like fighting, he's not the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think GSP is the GOAT. GSP.
John Jones. I know you don't like John Jones, but John Jones.
John Jones.
Yeah.
We should talk about John Jones.
We don't have time.
John Jones
Save it for your
is
other
a fuck up.
podcast.
John Jones, the fucking snitch. John Jones. Can
you at least turn off the music if you're going to continue?
I was doing that.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Make it your great.
Maybe I will. Good thinking, Mama. But we still got a thing to do. But it's fine.
We have something else to do.
Yeah. We got a news story, but it's fine. Here, I will make it my great.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
John Jones. What can I say about John Jones?
Where do you begin?
Where do I start? So, for those of you who don't know, John Jones got popped. His second offense for.
He is the youngest light heavyweight champion.
Right, he has the most raw talent, the most talent in the UFC. Could still be the best of all time.
He's still young. He's only
31. But he got popped twice for using banned substances. The second time they did say he didn't knowingly take it. But
first time was dick pills.
Right.
Second
time was they didn't really say what it was.
It was horny goat weed that he bought from a gas station.
Maybe. But he is a fuck up. He's always been a fuck up. He got into a DUI accident, hit a pregnant lady, got caught doing cocaine, got caught doing banned substances the first time.
He loves
Second
cocaine.
time he did. No, this time he got caught. And they only gave him 15 months suspension. For second offense, they give you a lot more than that. But the reason he got 15 months because he took a deal.
But it wasn't like they gave him 15 months and you have to serve that.
Right. It was already pre.
It was, what was it? Arbitrated?
It was arbitrated, but the thing is, it was his 15 months were from before. So whatever he had not fought counted into his 15 months. So technically he was available. Yeah, it was available. He was able to fight in October.
Oh yeah, he's fighting
soon,
right?
Yeah, he's fighting in December, I think. Ooh. But he did it because he said that he would snitch basically on other fighters for their also, doing drugs or whatever, banned substances. So that's just a fucking dick move, man. I mean, other fighters have been offered snitching contracts and nobody took them.
Other fighters have been?
Yeah. Fabrizio Verdum was offered to be snitched. Mirko Cro Cop, yeah, that's why they were. Yeah, Mirko Cro Cop, they were both popped, and none of them took the snitching contract. Nobody got reduced sentences for snitching.
Oh, who else was? Somebody I was disappointed that's not fighting this. Oh, Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, Sugar Sean. But they're still they barely.
But he's not. He was supposed to fight this week.
This weekend, yeah, he was supposed to fight Teco, and he got popped. He says he thinks it was caffeine pills. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, John Jones could be the best, but he's just a fuck up. And I think he's wasted most of his career fucking up. And I honestly, at this point, I don't think he's learned from his mistakes. I think he's going to fuck up again. Somehow, one way or another. He's going to fuck up.
A tiger can't change his stripes.
Nope. So, he may one day be the GOAT, but he is not the GOAT. It's still GSP. GSP number one. DC is up there. I think DC is one of the GOATs because, look at what he's accomplished. He hasn't beat John, but, he's accomplished a lot in light heavyweight and heavyweight. You got Demetrius Johnson. Mm-hmm. He's one of the GOATs. I would have said Anderson Silva, but Anderson Silva, he got caught cheating too.
Yeah.
A couple times. So, I don't know. GSP still number one.
What was I going to say? Yeah. I like John Jones. He's a fuck up. The one problem I don't have is this week, when I was talking to you about it, he called DC out on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Started talking shit about him. It's it's bro, let it go. You beat him twice. You don't really have anything to prove. But this guy is continuing with his career. While you've been gone, he's taken down some big names.
He's going to fight Brock Lesnar?
He's going to fight Brock Lesnar.
Hey, when's that happening?
It's still-
not a set date, but it's happening. Brock Lesnar, by the way, because sometimes I watch wrestling with my girlfriend. Brock Lesnar is looking pretty fit, so he's cutting weight because they're fighting at
Well, heavyweight. Yeah.
265.
Well, yeah, it's got to be under 270, I think.
So if Brock Lesnar has to cut weight to get,
He does have to cut weight to
get
get
down to 270.
Yeah, he's probably
crazy.
easily over 300
He looks pretty good
pounds.
though. Like from
But
when he was.
come on, he's on roids too.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
He's got to cut off the roids to pass the test.
Yeah, but he's like shrinking. I mean, he's shredded now.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's gonna be soon because he's cutting weight for it.
So yeah, John needs to stop talking shit. Like, get back. If he needs to prove himself and prove that he's not a fuck up anymore. You know, he
Yeah.
needs to get back on the horse.
Don't worry about anybody else. Worry about
Yeah,
yourself.
worry about yourself. Don't worry about DC.
He's out here doing big things.
Yeah, he's
gonna
making
fight Brock-
money moves.
He's gonna
like Tony
fight
says.
Brock Lesnar, get that check, and then ride off into the sunset.
Right. Just get your fucking shit back on track. Go fight Alexander Gustafsson. And do your thing, and then quit being a fuck up. Just mind your P's and Q's. Don't worry about nobody else. So that's my gripe. John.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Tony, what's your gripe?
I had a gripe, but I was falling asleep there, so
So, yeah.
You didn't have a gripe, you goddamn
I had
liar.
a really good gripe, but
If it was that good, you would have remembered it.
that just totally threw me off. I'm ready to go for a nap.
Mamba, you got a gripe?
I have a gripe. So, over the years in this podcast, I might have said one or two many things that I shouldn't have said. And one of them is apparently that I eat ass.
You eat the groceries.
Because I have been carrying around that stigma ever since I said it.
You're a booty pirate.
According to who? Like who?
The other day, I was at work, and I guess I mentioned it at work. I was just mentioning it jokingly. And then my coworker or my supervisor, he bought stuff to make sandwiches, and he's like, "Hey, you want some?" He was like, "Make a sandwich." So I started making it. He's like, "You want mayonnaise?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And then I saw how much mayonnaise he put on it. He put like copious amounts of mayonnaise on each slice of bread, and then smashed them. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "That is way too much mayonnaise." He was like, "Oh, well, you eat ass, so I don't see what the big problem."
I mean, he's not wrong. He's like, you eat ass, but you won't eat a little mayo?
And I was like, good point. Fair point. And then today, in a group message that we were in, let me see exactly what he said. One of our buddies mentioned, let me read what he said verbatim, because it was kind of funny, though. I'm not even upset. He said, "I like to see you deplorables eat one and not want another, like eating ass. Don't knock it till you try it, right, Mamba?" Like I didn't say anything.
Nothing. You were just like unprovoked.
Yeah, unprovoked, and he brought up that I eat ass. So I said, "Why do I always get brought up when it comes to eating ass? Other people do it. I'm not the only one in history to do it."
But you're probably one of the most entertaining people to do it.
Maybe because
Because of the way you do it. Let's see, show everybody. You gotta like make the butthole.
no, I'm not gonna be the
Make
ass
the
eating man
and then-
anymore.
and then just put your tastes like pennies.
You know what was funny though? I was listening to another podcast.
Don't
Not
promote
as-
other podcasts.
Not
on
as good
podcast.
as this one, but it was a podcast. They were talking about it, and one thing that I thought was funny. They started talking about the taste. They were like, "Oh, how does it taste?" And one guy was like, "Oh, it's like pennies." They were like, "Yeah, like copper." And I was like, "I thought of that first. I thought of that first."
So they must listen to our podcast.
They must. I mean, these guys are celebrities, so I don't know where. Maybe they do listen to it.
You never know.
But apparently, I'm not alone in thinking that it tastes like copper.
You think Nicole Arbor likes getting her butthole licked?
I'm sure.
I want to ask her that if we ever interview her.
Apparently, she'll respond.
Hopefully, she will. I'm gonna ask her that. I'm gonna ask her about dick pics.
Like
What she thinks about them. Like she likes receiving them.
Probably not.
Maybe not. That's what I want to know. I want to know her point of view.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that no, she probably doesn't like getting unsolicited. I'm sure she probably likes getting them if she
Request.
But how many times has
them.
she requested them?
That's something you could ask. Like,
Exactly.
Like how? Like what's your dick pic request to not request ratio?
Well, it's probably very skewed. So not requests are probably up there where requested are very low. I bet she's requested like 1 or 2, and her not requested dick pics are probably in the hundreds to thousands.
Through the roof.
Anyway, is that your great Mamba?
Yeah, that's my great. Something's not working.
Stop playing our little sound here.
It's all right.
Hell no, motherfuckers.
Wake the fuck up.
That was terrible.
That wasn't me.
Do you have a
To-
grape? You don't
Tony,
have
do
a
you
grape,
have a grape? Can
I had
you-
a grape, but I was falling asleep.
So
okay.
you
during
woke up
your
with Mamba's
segment,
grape.
So I don't know.
I feel like you didn't have a grape, and you're just making that excuse.
no, I'm pretty sure I did, and it was great.
If it was that good, you would have forget
It
it.
was gonna be hilarious.
You wouldn't have forgotten it, and you would still say it.
It was gonna be hilarious.
Well, anyway, I wasn't gonna do this, but I want to do this now because it's actually really good. I just saw it, and I gotta do it because it's that good. I got a news story for you. It's a news story, and it actually is not only a news story, it's also a conspiracy corner. It's a little bit of both. We're doing duos here. We're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Kyrie Irving wishes he had never said the world is flat.
So now he's forever known as the flat Earth guy.
He's
Yep.
got chewed out.
Just like Mambo lives with regret. Kyrie Irving is also living.
You
with
know what it
regret.
is? The round Earth shills got to him.
No, here, hold
no,
on.
they got to him.
So it says Boston Celtics star Kyrie Irving is sorry he ever said the earth was flat. On Monday, the hoop superstar appeared on Forbes' Under 30 Summit and was asked if he still believes the world is flat. Irving didn't claim that he had changed his mind, but he did apologize for ever bringing up the subject. I'm sorry about all that, he said, adding that he constantly dealing with angry science teachers who tell him, you know, you got to reteach my whole curriculum. I got to reteach my whole curriculum. Irving first declared he didn't believe the Earth was a sphere in February 2017. This is not even a conspiracy theory. The Earth is flat, Irving said during one interview. At the time, he urged people to do their research on the matter and blame them for lying to us without naming them. During Monday's panel, Irving explained that he was really into conspiracy theories at the time. He declared himself a flat earther. Everybody's been there, he said. Everybody's been there like, whoa, what's going on with our world?
I've never been there.
Irving,
No.
Irving said his mistake was going public with it. Even if you believe in that, just don't come out and say that stuff. That's for intimate conversations because perception while you're received and it changes. He said, adding that he didn't realize the effect his words would have.
What was I gonna say?
So he doesn't. So it's not that. So it's not that he.
Changed his mind.
He just
regrets-
regrets telling people. that he
Exactly.
believes it.
So he might still believe it. Also, he would be like the person. I just realized I think he's from Australia. Like I think he lived in Australia for. Google that. I think he lived in Australia for a while, or is from there or something. And one of the theories about flat Earth is that Australia doesn't actually exist. They're all
Right. Well,
paid-
that's another theory. It's
they're
not
all paid
necessarily
actors.
all flat earthers believe that, but some do. Yep, he was born in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, so he would know that they're not paid actors.
Yeah, but like I said, not all flat earthers believe that Melbourne, or not Melbourne, but Australia is fake. Like he obviously knows Australia is real. He's from Australia, but it doesn't stop him from believing that the Earth is flat.
So does that mean when he argues with other flat earthers when they're like, "Bro, you know Australia's fake, right?" And he's like, "No, it's not. I've been there."
He's like, no, you haven't.
So
You
that's
think
like- No,
you've
You
been
have
there.
it. You think you have.
You've actually been somewhere in South America. No, dog. I was born in Australia.
Yeah.
No, dog. You were born in
Nuh-uh.
South America.
You were born in Madagascar.
That's in Australia.
Madagascar's not Australia.
Oh, it's in Africa, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're wrong. And I want you to realize that.
Like Kyrie Irving?
And every time you try to correct me on something, I want you to remember that you were wrong
Once.
once.
Anyway, so yeah. The Earth is not flat.
I don't know. Can we prove otherwise?
Yeah. There's
How?
lots of ways to prove it. It's called science.
Okay, but how?
You can, like, there's measurements. There's actually, like, what do you call it? Math you can do to prove that the Earth is round.
Math is just numbers that somebody made up.
What do you want? You want pictures?
I want physical evidence.
What's up physical evidence? You want to go out in outer space and see it for yourself?
Yeah.
But even then, you can still say, "Oh, my fucking glass on my helmet is rounded. That's why it looks rounded." Yeah,
So-
take your fucking helmet off out there and look at the fucking Earth.
It'll be the last thing you see, but it'll be round.
That's
Oh, it's because my eyeballs are round, so
Yeah.
therefore
The Earth is rounded.
everything you perceive is round.
But like, there's a meme I saw that's like, everything in the fucking universe is round. The moon is round. The sun is round. Fucking other planets are round.
every other planet. except-
Why is Earth the only one that's flat?
I saw that a picture of our solar system and everything was round and,
And then
the
you
Earth
see
was
the
Earth is
flat.
just flat.
And then it said like, man, it's weird how that happened.
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you can see that the fucking moon is round. You can see that the sun is round.
I think that most people who believe in flat Earth, they just enjoy the fun of it.
I'm gonna be a flat earther, not because I believe it, just so I can fuck with people. So they can
'cause
think
it's
I'm a
almost
flat
like
earther.
trolling. Because when
Yeah.
people like find out you're a flat earther, they get really upset, and they try their hardest to disprove you. But with flat earthers, nothing is going to disprove them, or make
Yeah, put them outer space.
even that. Like you said, oh my helmet is round.
We'll do something. We'll figure something out so they can be in outer space. They can see.
SpaceX.
Yeah, something. Fucking, we'll build a rocket. Put
Our
them out
own?
there. Yeah.
Whatever happened to that
pocket
guy
rocket?
that didn't that guy build a rocket?
Yeah,
and
the guy that had GoFundMe.
and didn't it like break or something?
I don't know
Or
what the
he
fuck
just,
happened.
I forgot what happened to him.
He kept asking for more and more money.
Oh,
So I don't know if he ever actually built it.
he's probably was just waiting for him to give money.
Yep, he's just laughing all the way to the bank.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so yeah, that's that.
All right, so I have a gripe.
Now you have a
My
gripe?
gripe is the internet.
Wait, is that...
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck
What
up.
specifically about the internet?
I have a love-hate relationship.
Or
with
is it the
internet.
whole internet?
I have a love-hate relationship with the internet. And I guess I come to terms with it. Just like the internet giveth, the internet will taketh away. Just like the internet can create something awesome and beautiful, it can destroy it and put it in shambles.
Like
So I am a frequent...
like kids cartoons?
Yes, I am a frequent Redditor.
Yeah, you don't know about kids cartoons?
So,
Like Sonic?
Oh, well,
Sonic porn?
yeah, I've heard of it.
which, okay.
Or like Arthur.
No, that's hilarious. The Arthur memes,
You know about Bowsette?
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, you're gonna talk about
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So, for those that are don't know much about your Mario lore, so
Bowser.
well, there's this there's Toad, right? Toad is like
Yeah.
All right, so there's Toadette, which is the girl version of Toad.
Right.
So there's this crown that when Toadette puts on that crown, it turns her into another character called Peachette. So basically, you put on the crown, it turns you into a princess version of whatever you are. But she's the only one that uses it. So people I guess someone came up with this comic strip, and it was Bowser and Mario, and they were both going up to Princess Peach, and they were like offering her flowers, and she rejected them both. So then Bowser puts on that crown.
That becomes Bowserette.
Bowsette.
It becomes Bowsette. And then apparently Mario and Bowsette decide to go off into the sunset. So anyway, the original comic strip that this guy just drew it's pretty simple. Like, yeah, like they just gave the flowers. She said no, and all of a sudden, like, Bowser turns into Bowsette, and then Mario's like, oh, look. And then Peach, he's like all kind of like jelly. Look up Bowsette original.
And then the internet ran away from it. You
No,
don't have to type
don't
Mario.
put Mario. Just put Bowsette.
Bowsette.
Bowsette original. Bowsette origin, yeah. So apparently this artist decided, oh, like if that crown can turn peach.
Go to Know Your Meme. They're pretty good.
Yeah, know your meme. So yeah, I guess this artist was like, oh, I wonder if like, if Toadette could put that on and become a princess, then Bowser can put it on and become a princess. So that's when he came up with Bowsette, and it took the internet by storm. Like all these artists started coming up with their own versions of it, and it wasn't long before it all started becoming hentai. Not long at all. And like I remember I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like so people were like petitioning, oh, Nintendo, you should include Bowsette in your Smash Brothers. Now they're definitely not going to listen to any of us because when you Google that, oh, that's the one. You see how she says no, and then he puts on the crown? That's all it is. But apparently that like just took off, and now there's over like 500,000 searches for Bowsette porn on Pornhub.
There's a bunch. The internet ran with it, and
The internet just ran with it. Now go to Reddit.
Ooh, Bowsette's not unattractive.
Wait. Go on Reddit. Go to or type in Bowsette Reddit.
No, that was not soccer streams you saw.
Mm-hmm.
are we gonna get flagged for pornography?
Well, not if he has his safe for work filter on.
It's not.
Okay, well, whatever.
Here, let me switch. Let's get off back to ourselves here.
Yeah, make sure that.
Let's look at it first before. We
Oh, you.
Look at that! You already get the 18 warning
Uh.
to view this community.
What? There are no posts in the subreddit. What they do? They take everything. Oh, there. It
No,
goes.
they're there. So yeah. So if you keep going down. So anyway, they've even expanded the universe.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, so
Booette.
That's Booette. So Boo, you know, the little ghosts.
Yeah.
When the ghost puts on the crown, it becomes Booette.
Oh,
And
there. No, go back up.
This one's a good one. This
No,
one
go
you
back
can
up.
post.
Go. There. I see insertion of something.
Oh, right here. No, this was a good one. I think we could post this, or we can show.
Yeah,
this.
that one's good.
Well, we already showed it.
Not this one.
No, I'm
no.
trying to see the other stuff.
Look at that.
So
That's
anyway,
some Bowsette right there.
and that's actually one of the more tame versions.
What
like-
the fuck?
And
Oh.
Whoa, we definitely cannot show that.
yeah, can I show that at all?
You're not showing that. Is that it's just a package of content?
That one's okay, I think.
Oh, and then the cosplay is like some of the cosplay is like really good.
Google Jessica.
What the fuck?
Oh, Jessica Negri.
Yeah, Google Jessica Negri. Bowsette.
Yes.
That's pretty good. She did a really good one. Nigri, and then just Bowsette.
Yeah. And I guess like I thought this was pretty cool. But then like they always have to just take it too far.
Just Google image it.
They always have to just go way out of left field, and now she's got like all sorts of shit inserted in her, and it's like,
Yeah.
man,
She's bad.
God damn.
Bro, if you like her though, you could
why don't you add her? Maybe she'll be a guest on our
not
podcast.
only you could you know what you do? We'll pitch in together. We'll
I'll put the back up for everybody to see.
we'll jump in on her top tier Patreon page, which is probably a ridiculous amount of money. And then we're like, look, we gave you all this money. Just like talk to us for
I wonder
5
how much
minutes.
it costs. Go to look up Jessica Negri Patreon.
I bet you it's super expensive. But yeah, she's really sexy. Oh, there's a video of her, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd respect the fuck out of her.
I definitely would respect her too.
And she's super blonde too. And I usually don't like blondes.
See if she has a Patreon for the boyfriend experience or the girlfriend experience.
I don't think she doesn't get nude, so I don't think she does.
Oh, she doesn't do that.
No, she just do.
It's just the riff-raff Instagram
Yeah.
models that do that shit.
Well, she doesn't need to.
Does she
She's-
get naked?
No,
No, I doubt it. She's too big
Not
for
even for
that.
Patreon?
she already makes like a bunch of money. You must be 18. What?
Yeah, she makes a shitload of money not getting naked.
Yeah.
She definitely doesn't need it.
I mean, she gets close, but she never shows area.
I don't need. I don't want clothes. I want full nude.
No, she doesn't do full.
Did I tell you guys I have a new? So I was watching. What is it called? Chatterbait, and I have a new favorite Chatterbait person. I live.
I don't know. What
She's
cat
from
it is.
Chatterbait. It's
Chat-
where
It's like a webcam.
Oh,
Yeah, you talk to them, you chat, and you watch.
Oh,
and,
like so Cam Soda or some shit like that.
yeah, some shit, but they're
Yeah.
like it's porno.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they,
that's what Cam Soda
like they
is.
diddle themselves, and you can.
Yeah, you pay them money. and
Pay them and
Unassumingly,
stuff.
Cam Soda is they do nude, and you wouldn't think that way.
Anyway, there's this baby girl called Barbara something or other. She's from Nicaragua or some shit. She's some Hispanic country, but she is sexy as fuck.
See what her top tier is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is it?
If you click on become a patron.
Oh, here you go. It's on the
on
right.
the side, on the side.
Yeah, gold tier,
No, we want
silver
like
tier,
bron-
bronze
no, we
tier.
want
Bronze tier, you just give her $1 just to know that, just so she knows that you're there.
$60. Diamond tier, 150. That's the highest one. Diamond.
That's actually.
that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not bad, but remember that other girl we looked at?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
it was a
like-
lot more than that.
It was
yeah.
like thousands of dollars.
So 150.
For what do we get for 150 a month?
Exclusive monthly digital photo sets, 10 photos. Exclusive monthly personalized 11 by 17 prints. Exclusive signed Polaroids. High res images from all shoots. Minimum 4 shoots per month. Access to private Instagram.
Private Instagram.
Let's do this. We should do the same thing for our podcast. We should do $150 Patreon tier.
And just copy and paste that list, and we'll give them all that same thing.
We will give you
We'll
guys.
we'll give you guys exclusive digital prints.
Yeah, we'll just take pictures of ourselves like random ass times.
Yeah. And we'll do some signed prints, 11 by 17
Yeah,
prints.
we just sign some shit.
Yeah.
We'll just sign some pictures.
And
of ourselves.
we'll open up another Instagram for
Yeah.
just our patrons.
You guys could have my.
It'll be private.
You guys could have my vamp hoodie.
No, you can't give that away. That's too much money worth.
I was thinking about.
That's worth more than $150 in Patreon.
Because I didn't feel like dressing up. Well, I never dress up, but I came out really bummy. I was like, I should wear my vamp hoodie, but I was like, not yet.
Not yet.
I'll hold on to it.
We can make a Snapchat for just like our Patreon members. Like,
Talk to them on WhatsApp,
yeah, we can have our own WhatsApp,
and then
Or on
Like-
our own Discord.
there you
whatever.
go.
We could like add them to our group chat.
We'll tell them that like we'll have them on these things, but that doesn't mean we'll actually talk to them.
We'll add you to our group chat.
Yeah, they're like, hey guys,
Or
what's up?
we
So
can
if
have
you-
we
so
can
if-
have a
so-
special fucking chat, or what do you call it? A board, like a
Yeah,
comment board.
So if they become a patron, we'll start a WhatsApp group, and we can add only those people that are like our diamond members.
You'll get the latest and greatest NKOTP T-shirts.
Yeah,
once they come out.
we have T-shirts.
Not yet, but we
But we
will.
will.
One day.
but it's only for platinum members.
It's only for it's only for our diamond members.
or diamond.
You know what I was thinking? Like, I've seen people make money off the internet with less. Like, how does Jake Paul make so much money? And that guy's not even entertaining.
Jake Paul or the other
Logan
Paul?
Paul. Either one of them.
one.
Well, Logan Paul didn't he like just box K? What the fuck's that?
Yeah, but he had to get famous too.
What's that guy's name? KSA.
Oh yeah, did that happen already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
happened.
did.
How did that go?
Ended in a draw.
Oh, lame.
How about me and Mamba box for you guys to
That's
pay
probably
pay
not
per
gonna end up
view?
that probably will not be a draw.
Me and Mamba will box for. It'll be pay per view.
Only for the diamond members.
It'll be $40 for pay per view for
That'd
me
be
and
right
Mamba to
here in your
box.
basement.
No, it'll be in the backyard.
Oh, in the
Oh
back.
God.
Can your wife? I only do it if your wife watches.
Yeah, of course you're gonna watch,
Oh, okay, nice.
but your future has to watch too.
That's fine. It's not like I'm worried.
To get him off you.
Or we could do full MMA.
I'd probably, no matter what the form of competition is, I'd probably still fuck you up.
But you get to choose your what the fuck they call it in Game of Thrones?
Weapon?
No.
Choose your champion.
Yeah, you get to
Oh,
choose your
yo, so you're
champion.
gonna pick somebody else
Yeah.
to represent you.
Oh, so he won't
Nice.
fight you.
Okay.
Someone will fight in his stead.
I see.
Exactly.
I see.
And it'll be somebody big as fuck, like twice your size, like muscular, pure muscle.
And then he's gonna go home with your wife.
I mean, as long as you win.
That's what's
to
important.
the
here.
winner goes the spoils.
That's what's important here is that he wins.
In your bed.
Whatever. Hey man, you gotta. What the fuck is Tony saying all the time?
Fortune favors the
Fortune
bold.
favors the bold. Exactly.
Fortune favors the bold. He who risks wins.
Exactly.
I see.
So hey, man, as long as he fucks you up,
And
that's all that
then,
matters.
then he's gonna fuck up your wife.
I mean, whatever, man. As long as he fucks you up first.
Cristiano Ronaldo
He'll
style.
he'll sleep good at night knowing that you got fucked up.
Yep.
He's not
Regardless
gonna
of,
be able to sleep at night. There's gonna be somebody fucking in his bed.
regardless of whatever else happens. Oh, he'll probably still sleep like a baby. He's like, mama got fucked up
Mama's in a hospital right now while I'm sleeping on the couch.
like a
He's
baby.
gonna be hearing the sounds of ecstasy
It's
and
all right.
pleasure.
Sounds you've never heard before.
You'll sleep
It's all
soundly.
right. I will sleep soundly thinking of you moaning in your hospital bed.
Defeated. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba, homecoming is next month, and we are not allowed to take outside dates. My girlfriend goes to a different school and doesn't want me taking anyone else. Well, let me just start by saying you're too young to be listening to this podcast, but whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What did he say again? Homecoming.
It says homecoming is next week, and he is not, or next month, I'm sorry, and he's not allowed to take outside dates. My girlfriend goes to a different school and doesn't want me taking anyone else. My school is very small, only like 60 kids in the whole high school.
So everyone takes a short bus.
Well, it's not a short bus, it's just a small school.
But I'm saying if it's that small, all they have are short buses.
Oh, maybe. And not asking a girl to dance is frowned upon. It's the custom to ask one of your classmates to homecoming. My girlfriend grew up in a bigger school where homecoming is much more important. She's convinced I'm going to be someone else's Prince Charming for the night. What she can't understand it's nothing like where I go. Taking someone to dance at my school isn't romantic. It's the gentlemanly thing to do. You pick any girl who hasn't been asked and go with her. I'd like to ask someone, as friends only, to the homecoming dance, but my girlfriend gets incredibly upset when I talk about it. Please tell me what to do. Only a dance in Texas.
Texas. Ugh. No offense.
He's in high school.
Yeah.
He can't choose where he lives.
Stay at home and beat your dick.
I mean,
That's what I did.
I think she needs to chill out. They're in fucking high school.
Yeah, you guys aren't gonna be dating for a week longer, anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
But what should he do?
depending on what grade they're in, let's say they're like what, sophomores. Let's just assume they're in the middle. It's not gonna last very long.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is, how does he get his girlfriend to
You
accept that he
You
goes out
don't.
with
What you do is you just take a friend, and you just apologize later for it.
Yeah.
Because it is always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Also, something that I wish I knew when I was younger. When you're like that young, you shouldn't worry so much about like your significant other, because it's not gonna last. Like when I was dating this girl when I was a teenager, I would always worry. Like there was signs that she was terrible, but I just ignored them because I was like, oh, I'm gonna be with her for the rest of my life. Like I was like 19, thinking I'm gonna marry this girl. When I think about it now, I was like, why the fuck did I stay with her?
Yeah, but that's not everybody, because I've known people that actually did get married from high school.
How often does that happen?
I mean, I'm not saying it's very often, but it has happened.
Yeah, well, the odds are
Not in their
clearly not in their favor.
But then, like, say that you do marry her, and then she's going to hold that over your fucking head every single time. Remember that time you went with that one girl at fucking homecoming?
Well, if you want to be
Like-
miserable for the rest of your life, then marry her. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
He's never going to live that down.
I'm just saying, somebody who's so young and life is so short, you shouldn't limit yourself. If this girl is already making a big fuss about you taking another girl to homecoming, think about how it's going to be when you go to college or when you get older. I would just break up with her now. But also, you're a teenager, so
But he
your
doesn't,
relationship doesn't count.
But he doesn't want to break up with her, but at the same time, he wants to go to homecoming, and he has to go with one of the girls in his class. What should he do? You're still not giving him fucking.
I'm giving him advice.
I just told him you just pick a friend and go with your friend.
And don't tell her.
No,
she already.
you can tell her.
Yeah.
She'll be mad, but she'll just have to get over it.
Just know that you're a teenager, and you're gonna meet plenty of girls in your lifetime.
So what if that girl wants to fuck
Which girl?
the one from that he takes from his class from homecoming?
Well, that's different. That's a whole different. If she wants to, then obviously he has. If he really cares about his girlfriend, he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But the point is, like,
But he's in high school, so shouldn't he just get it in anyway?
I'm
Get in where you
not
fit in?
condoning that, but if I was a kid, I would do it.
the older you get, those opportunities come farther and farther in between. So yeah, you take advantage.
Yeah. Also, when I was younger, there was a lot of times where I could have got it in, but I either was a bitch. Actually, there is no weather. I was always just a bitch, and I like punked out. And I'm not saying that you regret those times. You're like,
Well,
Yeah.
There was this one time I had this ex-girlfriend I really, really liked. I've liked her. I wouldn't say I still like her because she's not as attractive as she used to
I
be,
would
but I
hope
still
not.
like. But
How
I
long
liked her a
ago?
lot. Huh?
how long ago?
When I was in high school.
You would still like her?
Well, I liked her for a long time after, and Tony knows. Tony met her. But anyway, I had opportunities in high school to get it in with her,
Uh-huh.
and I never took them because I was a bitch, and I just didn't. I didn't seize the opportunities, which I should have. And kind of looking back, I was like, maybe I should have tried. At least like.
Yeah. Just try.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember I've had a. This was even after high school. Like, I remember there was like this one girl that hit me up, and she's like, "Oh, hey, like, I'm gonna be spending the weekend like at wherever." He's like, "Oh, you should come over." It was like a Saturday. You should come over and like, spend the night on a Saturday. But that was the same day. Like, I think my brother was having a house party when he was in college, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I think I'd rather go drink."
Stupid as fuck.
I mean,
How many times have you drank since then?
I have
Every fucking weekend.
probably.
How many
more often
times
than I
have
should've.
you had sex with that girl? None.
None.
So what?
Yuck.
What do you prefer now? Would you rather have sex with her
If I could go back,
or drink?
I don't know. I was a pretty bitchin' party, man.
Yeah, you know what? I would never.
You could have took her to the party and then fucked after.
You know what? I'll never.
No, because there was this other girl that was there that I kind of
Did,
liked.
did you fuck her
Yes,
that night?
not that night,
Eventually.
but
Well,
eventually.
then, but still,
Oh, so it all worked out.
you still
Yeah.
no, but you still would have gotten in eventually.
Yeah, but
with her.
still, like I could have easily just
Hey
like.
man, you could have killed two birds with one stone.
But if I would have ditched the party, I could have gotten it in, and I would still gotten it in regardless with this other girl.
what you should have done is you should have gone and got it in, then gone to the party and got it in again.
Oh.
See, this is before Uber, and cabs were kind of expensive.
That's why you should have learned how to drive like everybody else.
Yeah, we're not gonna drink and drive.
Why not?
If I'm gonna drive, then I'm not gonna.
Everybody does it. That's the cool
and-
thing to do.
Yeah, and you know how much that shit costs? Illinois is the most expensive state to get a DUI in.
Yeah, I heard like this guy,
The worst.
this guy that I used to work with, he like here in Illinois, if you get a DUI, you get like your license suspended.
Yeah.
You have to pay like, I think it's up to $10,000 in fines. Mm-hmm. This guy got a DUI like just south of the border in Indiana, and he was like driving like a week later.
In Mexico, it's even fucking crazier than that. In Mexico, you get one night in the drunk tank. That's it. You go to jail like for one night. You don't get your license, but nothing. You don't get a ticket. You just go to jail one night. Well, you might get a ticket, but it's not a whole lot.
It's like a fine more.
Yeah, it's like a fine. You
pay a fine,
You pay a fine. Spend the night in jail.
Gucci.
Next day, Gucci as fuck, and you don't have to worry about getting your license taken away or anything. You get drunk every weekend if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever.
As long as
As long as you got fine money.
and just know that you're always gonna have a place to spend the night.
Exactly.
But you get a DUI here in Illinois, you are fucked for a while.
Yeah.
Like I've had friends and family that have gotten it, and it's like it seems like they're always going to court. They're always like for this, for that, and then they gotta go to classes. Then you gotta like.
This girl they had a fucking breathalyzer in her car to start her fucking car because she got a DUI.
That bad?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that bad. She just got a DUI.
That must have been.
Just
That must have
one?
not been the first one.
It was the first one.
No, I think
Really?
it's if it's multiple.
No,
she still
okay,
got
then
one. It was the
because
first
everyone
one.
I've known people that have had that in their car, and it's only because it's multiple.
For what I knew, it was her first one, but
And
She
then
could have
even-
lied to me.
Even then, like with DUIs, most of the time, is you take a breathalyzer. If you here in Illinois, if you refuse that breathalyzer, you're still fucked.
Yeah.
Because
But I think you're a little less.
You're less
fucked.
fucked if
you're a
you,
little
if you
less.
didn't-
Yeah, you're fucked either way. But
you're
just-
greatly
you're just-
inconvenienced.
Yeah, you're just a little less
Is it-
fucked if you don't.
you don't get a felony because they can't prove that you were drunk. But I think they still suspend your license.
Yeah, you still go to jail.
and you still gotta like go to court and everything to get your license
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
So
But it's not as bad, I don't think.
you're not getting a felony on your record.
Well, no, but there's a difference between felony DUI and like a misdemeanor DUI.
But okay, it's not on your. But anyway, it's still a hassle.
Right.
Yeah.
No, either way, yeah, you're right. Either way, it's a hassle,
The
but
point
it's not
is,
as bad.
just don't fucking do it. Just pay for the Uber
So why do you let me drink?
or the Lyft.
Like,
But you don't really drink like that much.
I never get hammered.
You don't
like-
get hammered, but the thing is
but-
that even
but-
if you're not hammered, you can still get a DUI.
No, I know.
That's true. But see, Mama doesn't like.
I don't go hard.
Yeah, he doesn't go hard. And in case, like, if you were to go hard, obviously we plan in advance. Like, hey, Mom, you trying to go hard? We gonna Uber?
Yeah, like whenever it's my birthday, they'll be like, "Hey, you driving?" I'm like, "I wasn't planning on it." They're like, "Okay, good," because
Because you go hard.
Yeah.
they don't go hard. But usually, I mean,
Because we go hard on Earth.
going hard for me, my regular is like going hard for other people. Because I could drink a lot of beer and I'll still be like pretty sober. Like I had a 6-pack.
That's
left.
true.
So
It's like their blackout is your pregame.
yeah, perfectly fine. But we're not condoning drinking and driving. I hope we answered your question. Have a good day.
Did we answer this question?
Kind of, yeah.
Don't drink and drive, kid. Ever.
Anyway, let's do it real quick before we sign out. We have a couple YouTube comments we didn't get to.
Ooh. Okay.
So Hooded Dude gave us 2 comments. He said, so he was talking about our last podcast with Dale.
yeah.
He said, this reminded me of another movie that almost ruined its producer, Miami Connection. Now, that's a really bad movie, but it's but the kind that's so bad it's funny. Vice even did a documentary on it. The film was made in the 80s, but wasn't released until 2012.
Really?
Ooh, Miami Connection. I'm going to have to look it up.
Let's check that out.
Yeah. So I guess that's similar to Don's Plum. We talked about it last week with Dale. Another thing he said is, shit, this got fucking dark in the middle of the interview there. But I understand his points. Interesting interview. Mamba got a couple of good questions, and maybe he really is the next Ebert. It's like your...
That's kind of a bad thing because you don't
Yeah,
you don't
I
want to end up
want
like,
to be like the next Ebert.
yeah, I think the whole point is you don't want to be the next Ebert, right?
Mamba's movie review. I hope I don't end up like Ebert.
you're failing.
Yeah, I guess so.
So good questions, Mamba.
Thank you.
Anybody who hasn't listened to the last interview or the last episode and is listening to this episode, you should probably go back and listen to the last
Which
episode.
is funny because I was like the least excited about it talking to him.
I know. But you ended up being the most excited after the fact.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a long episode too. Like it didn't like even though it was really long, like I felt like we could have like kept it going. Like we could have kept talking to that guy.
We could have talked a lot longer. I felt really bad. That's why I also wanted to end it because I didn't want to like. I was taking too much of his time.
Took an
That's
hour.
true.
We took an hour of his time.
Good amount of time.
If we were in person, I would have pulled a Joe Rogan into like a 3-hour episode. But because I had a lot more stuff to talk about with him.
Well, and plus it's kind of hard to talk to somebody over the phone.
He did a great job.
Yeah, but
was
like
really
when
good.
you're in person, you could talk that long, but
Right.
over the phone,
We just can't like fly everybody out, unfortunately.
we can.
Yeah, who's gonna pay for it?
I thought the company account took care of that.
Yeah. Do we have a company card?
We do not.
I mean, just take it out of our Patreon fund, like our monthly.
We don't have a Patreon fund.
Oh shit!
We don't even have like Tony drop shit. We don't have.
sign out.
You could afford to buy Halloween candy a month before Halloween.
I didn't buy the fucking.
You have a
candy.
bowl of Halloween. For those, none of you can see it, but there's a bowl of Halloween candy in here, and it's October 3rd. You have a whole
First of all,
28 days.
I didn't buy that shit.
you didn't get that
and
on
I didn't put that shit in the bowl either.
So we come here. We're like, what? And Mama's like, what's that bowl of candy for? And Junky's like, it's for Halloween. I'm like, it's October 3rd. And that doesn't. When was that bowl put there? Today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So October 2nd.
So that
And-
candy wasn't on sale.
Yeah.
You're paying premium price.
I didn't fucking buy the candy.
So that
and I didn't put it in the bowl either.
And that's like a variety pack too.
Uh-huh.
So you're paying retail.
For those of you who know, we're not talking about fucking Tootsie Rolls and what other
Yeah,
shitty
not
candy
no butterscotch,
there's
bullshit, peppermint,
Kit Kats, Hershey's,
Reese's.
2 varieties of Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's
one
Pieces.
Pieces and
Form
cup
and cup
form.
form. And the mini cups.
Yeah, the fact that you could afford that much.
I didn't buy the fucking candy, guys. And I didn't put it in the goddamn bowl.
You have milk chocolate, not artificial chocolate like Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, and don't forget the Kit Kats.
Tootsie Rolls are from this fucking city, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, they're not chocolate.
Doesn't make them less disgusting.
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls are great.
No, they're not.
Well, they're decent.
So, you're just going to let the candy sit there for a month? Ooh, I hope they catch that.
Sure will not.
That was a true emotion. That
was raw.
That was coming out.
That was raw. Whoever says that this podcast is scripted, that is a goddamn lie.
Joker almost had a Freudian slip.
Anyway.
So you're going to let that sit there for a month?
I didn't buy it. I didn't put it in the fucking bowl. It's going to sit there as long as it needs to sit there before the fucking kids get it, all right?
So the kids are going to just
get off my case about
the
it.
kids are just going to get stale ass candy. No, we're getting out of our case about it because when
I'm not going to give it out. I worked that day anyway.
Mamba and I were trying to get some of that candy action, and you were just not having it.
Because it's not my candy to give you.
We were not going to grab like a fucking handful.
I could replenish.
I was going to grab like one or two, and we have like a whole month to replenish it if needed.
I could fill it back up.
Yeah, easily. Trust me, we got time. It's October 3rd. We got time to fill that back up if we eat it.
The kids ain't gonna come knocking anytime soon.
You never know.
Yeah, it's like, are you practicing?
Yeah, maybe. I
am. Is it because like this is your wife's first Halloween, right?
Oh yeah, your wife's never experienced a good old American Halloween. She always celebrates. What is it?
Dia de los
Muertos. She doesn't know what Halloween's like.
I mean, she has an idea. They have like dress up parties.
Are you gonna take her trick or treating?
No, I'm not gonna take her. I work that day.
Good. It's good you don't take her trick or treating because she'd probably have a panic attack.
What you gonna say, Mamba? Where are all these monsters?
What are all these monsters walking around?
She knows there is costumes, you idiot.
She's like, there's a fucking ghost. Nobody else is worried about this ghost.
Where are all these witches?
There's brew house everywhere. Nobody can...
She doesn't have a case of the downs.
And we gotta give them candy. Or my theory is that you got this so early because you're afraid that it's gonna be overwhelming for her. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna practice a few nights before.
Oh, you're gonna knock on, say trick or treat.
So that's their practice bowl.
Okay.
So Junker's gonna like close the door to their room, and then he's gonna dress up like a whatever the fuck he's gonna be, and he's gonna knock on the door, and she's gonna like.
He's gonna dress up as Dracula, and she's gonna. Her instincts are gonna kick in, and she's gonna try to put a stake through his heart. That's why you gotta practice so she can get
comfortable.
Yeah.
So you're gonna practice technique, how to only give kids 2 pieces instead of like a handful.
Does that mean you're gonna start preparing for Christmas in November?
Maybe.
I know. Tomorrow you're gonna start seeing like a Christmas tree right there.
Getting her ready for.
and then right next to the Christmas tree are gonna be like the Peeps for Easter. I don't even know where you can get Peeps this time of year, but
you found a way.
Anyway, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids in the Pod. See us on Instagram, also New Kids in the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play.
Everything.
Fuck, almost everything. Pretty much, I mean.
No Pinterest yet, though, right?
No, we're not on Pinterest.
Just so you guys know, apparently we were on Spotify before it was hard to get on. Mm-hmm. Before it was easy to get on Spotify, right?
Now any Joe Schmo can get on there.
Yeah, but we've been on it for a while. Mm-hmm. All right, shoot us an email, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba?
In a world full of rapists, just don't rape.
Good advice. Good advice. All right, guys. We might not check you out next week.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know, because you guys were talking about skipping.
No, I'm good. I'm good for next week.
All right, we'll check you out next week then. All right, guys.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something like you're going to Europe again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to Europe.
I was trying to put it on you, but no, I kind of don't.
We might not. We'll see. Oh. We'll see what next week brings.
Nah, we're going to record.
Hey, whatever. All right, guys.
We'll see you next week.
On your...
If not, it'll be Junkyard's fault.
Yeah, whatever. Dickies.
At a red light, but the things you sit around. It's so rich, oh, you know this. Cause they focus too much and they spin around. Yeah, let the track ride, there we go. Look at DJ. Look at Right.